Oh,
What's going on, everybody? It's Wednesday, beer therapy day. Just me and Joe to start. How y'all doing?
yeah. It's the last ever beard therapy, they said at 10 a.m. when it was the last ever beard therapy. First, let's do a quick roll call. Then Johnny and I both have some things we want to say to you, and then we'll see where we are. We'll go from there.
Yeah.
There's 17 of you. We are going to cancel beard therapy via Instagram posts more often. Jay Cruz in the house. Good old Ron. Matt the Sports Beards. Oh, no problem, Matt. I got you. Ben Jammin, Ryan J. Zubich, Josh Ricks. Oh, King Ginger in the house.
Yep.
Brett Berlin, what's up, my brother? The Code. Devin, still, he's taking a long recovery. He's okay, but he was saying the other night, I think in live his taste is still slow to come back.
Oh, well, they have remedies for that now.
Billy Rudd.
Do they? Yeah. You take an orange and you burn it on the stovetop so it turns all black. And then you scoop out the inside and you eat it, and supposedly it's bringing people's taste back.
Did you hear that, Dev?
Yeah.
I hope you heard that because you need
check
to
it out.
An orange if you don't have one. McMahon in the house. Good to see you. Dagan in the house. Good to see you, brother. Ryan. Hey, Copper Johns Tyson. Good to see you, brother. Deliberately Bearded Copper Johns. I'm scrolling. I'm looking for another name. Chris, what's up, you degenerate bastard? Takes one to know one. Bearded Billy, what's up, brother? Bearded Billy was, I just met Bearded Billy kind of thanks to Bluegrass. Hey, Ken, I was looking for him. Chops Bearded. Now, there's someone new. I don't know. Josh Holland, that's new as well. Well, Chops and Josh, we hope you become regulars. All right, thank you, Brett. I am too. Okay. Yes. So I'm going to start with what I got to say, and then John's going to finish. So let's firstly, I need to apologize to all of you who saw Johnny's post earlier in the day and were like, well, fuck, that sucks, because I put Johnny in an unenviable position, including our guest Mac got canceled. And so, I'm feeling very bad on a few levels here as far as all that goes. I pride myself on my honesty, and unfortunately for me, I got to take a few shots tonight myself. So I just want to quickly go through the nuts and bolts so you understand, because there's a lesson to be learned here. Yeah. All right. And I'm going to start by blaming Rob Acker, because this is all his fault. And how are we going to blame Rob for something else? Well, I'm here. Let's get to getting. All right. So I had put United Beards of America. It all starts with United Beards of America. I had put it to the side. I had gotten in the trap, which I never was with my reviews, because I didn't sweat the reviews. But United Beards of America takes a long time to make. So I got into the views trap of I wasn't getting the views that I felt on my channel I was comfortable with. So I was just ready to put it to bed. And then Rob was nudging and saying nice things about it in chat, and other people are saying nice things. So I'm like, let's do it. All right. And when I restarted, I said, I'm doing all 50. I'm not going on hiatus again. I want to do all damn 50. Tunnel vision. I'm way ahead of the game. I got a bunch of the ones that I don't need co-hosts for done, just all that stuff. So it comes around like New Jersey. Well, I said, well, this is easy. And actually, I kind of sweated the decision because, of course, I got Johnny, but I also have Joe Downey, who I'm very close with. And as this was all filtering in, I was starting to get to know Ron. Deliberately Bearded, so I was rife with New Jersey choices, but number one is always going to be JG, because we've been doing this for a while. JG said, sure, no problem. Now, here's what I have to say. I use the term friend in real life very rarely, because when I love hard and I hurt hard, when I got your back, I got your fucking back. And I expect the same in return. And so because of that behavior style of mine, I tend to try and be kind of guarded, because maybe my expectations aren't necessarily what a person can provide. But unfortunately in this case, fortunately overall, I've gotten close to some of you sons of bitches. So I gave it to Johnny, and Johnny took a little while with it, and he couldn't get it done. And I was nudging him and stuff. And then Johnny's sister got sick. And then I was like, well, damn. So I said, Johnny, I'm going to take this back, and because I knew I had extra New Jersey choices, and I wanted him to worry about New Jersey. But if I'm being honest here, it stung me that Johnny didn't get it done, because I said to him, not said to him, I was just like, dude, do this. What I didn't say to him was, dude, this is very important to me. Please do this. All right. Tonight is a lesson about miscommunication. That was my first misstep. So I give it to Johnny. I take it back from Johnny. Johnny's sister gets sick. I go to Joe. I say, Joe, I'm sorry to last minute you on this. Could you do this for me? And he's like, when do you need it? Tomorrow? And I'm like, no. He said he could get it done in 2 days. I said, Joe, take a week, but I need it in a week. Joe gets to that week, which was yesterday. I DM him like, Joe, you going to be able to have those interviews today? He's like, oh, I'm sorry, man, with this, that, and the other thing. So where I misstepped is I didn't communicate to Johnny nor to Joe that tunnel vision, that motherfuckers, I'm going to get 50 done. All right. So they don't know what's going on in my head. Now, the weird variable here is I was trying to think of a way to discuss that with Johnny. His sister had gotten sick. And I'm like, I'm not going to sit there and approach the guy with my silly ass show while his sister is ill. Okay. Because I'm really proud of this dumb show. There are millions of reviews out there. There's one United Beards of America. And if I can get all 50 done, that's just going to be like a cool life accomplishment for me. All right. So as I'm thinking about that, then Joe's thing hits. And I'm like, and to me, it was just one of those things where I'm like, fuck, I have had these guys' back. I have not asked for anything in return other than United Beards of America. And I went to sleep. It hit yesterday. Joe told me yesterday. It hit me yesterday, and I just kind of simmered on it. I said, sleep on it, Joe. Go to sleep. Wake up in the morning. See how you go. I woke up in the morning. It was still burning my ass. And I said, I'm done. And I quit Instagram. Now, when I hit Johnny with that, he was like, okay, I enjoyed. And Johnny, at any time, do you want to say anything here? I don't want to, I want to give you a voice if you want to say anything.
Oh, go ahead, yeah.
Okay. So Johnny and I traded emails because I was done with Instagram. And I was like, hey, I'm not doing this, that, and the other thing. And Johnny's like, look, I want to do a show just on my channel and leave the slot open in case you decide to come back. And when he said that, I was like, damn, because even still, I didn't want to address it with him because now his sister has passed. And it's still my stupid little show, and I don't want to get into this with him. But when he said that, I felt this twinge of guilt. And I'm like, Johnny, I don't think I'm coming back. And then I wrote him another email to say, here's the deal. Okay. Then we exchanged some emails. Our dicks grew a little big at points. Maybe Johnny's grew a little bigger than mine at points. And then I said, this is silly. And then I hopped back onto Instagram and we started DMing. And ultimate story is he and I are both sitting in front of you tonight. I'm 52. I usually take kind of a ironic pride in being the oldest dude in this community. But what I want to share with you guys today, because we do a lot of talking about mental health and stuff, but sometimes we're too busy being guys. And I could have lost a very important relationship as well as many other relationships I have developed in my 2 years doing this. Thankfully, Johnny and I both let our cock shrink back down, talked as men, because I'm still feeling horrible for the guy for what he's going through. I don't want enemies. I don't want conflict. What my reaction was to release, just to learn my lesson, to say, okay, Johnny and Joe couldn't reciprocate the feelings I wish reciprocated as a friend. And so I'm just going to cut bait and just step away. And I have stated for months, once this show ends, I'm done. Because I'm tired of all the petty bullshit that's going on out there. All right. I'm not naming names, but there's a lot of petty bullshit going on. This is the zone to escape the petty bullshit, but it still goes on. Right. I'm not nearly as involved as I was when I was a reviewer, but I still feel repercussions because of a lot of my friends. Mm-hmm. So I canceled on Johnny. Johnny scrambled and did what he had to do because he had a commitment to the community that I had backed away from due to this miscommunication. And Johnny sent me an email. He was like, dude, that's all that was. And I was like, yeah, and that's when our conversation started happening and the communication that should have engaged in a while ago, we finally did engage in. And I think, thankfully, the fact that we've known each other almost 2 years was able to override the miscommunication. And we are sitting here before you tonight. And so that's what was going on for today in this morning.
Right. Yeah. And, just going forward, that communication is going to be a little more detailed. If there's, I'm the kind of person like you have to tell me like straight up like what it is, because I don't I don't I don't take to like, even my wife will tell you, like I don't take to hints or suggestion or body language and all that. Like you have to tell me directly, because that's how my brain functions. So going forward, like I think the line of communication will be more streamlined, stronger, and more detailed, and we get things done. I do have the video recorded. I just have to get it to you. I have these answers. I had them. But I have to get it to you. Like I did do it. I just have to. I had to edit a lot of it because when I talk, I pause long, so the video is way longer than it needs to be. So like that's one of the things. And but yeah. I think I'm fine now. Like everything is worked out. And I don't ever want to stop doing this show. I want to do this show as long as I can.
Yeah.
The day I can't do it, and there's no way we can reschedule it for it works for both of us, then it will have to end in but yeah, like I don't want to stop doing this show. I love this show. I like the interaction with the regulars on here and any newcomers coming in, and just the relationships that I've formed have done more for me than some actual family members. So like it's just something that I don't ever want to like go away from. And if anybody out there has anything like that wants to work out with me or whatever, or you're harping anything, just fucking send me a DM and tell me straight up, because I'm not gonna know about it.
And I learned that as much as I know Johnny, and I know John, and I watched Johnny shoot videos about his disabilities and what happens when he's on a medication. It didn't dawn on me. I just want to say one more thing, and then I'm going to let Johnny talk a little bit. The lesson here, guys, to me was and is, we are very open talking about mental illness, talking about depression, talking about PTSD, talking about a lot of things that guys suffer because we have so many vets in the community. Sometimes we can forget just the basic level of communication, which is what was lost due to a variety of factors. And I would hate to see, because it was close, man. It was fun. If Johnny had never responded to my big long email, even though he responded in a way I was like, okay, well, he fucking read that email, didn't he? That at least, because I had sent the email. If Johnny hadn't responded, it was a dead issue. Beard therapy was done, and I was done, because it was seemingly easy to walk away. The honesty was, I missed all of you while I was gone, even for 6, 8, 10 hours or whatever it was. It really got under my skin. And I'm like, did you take too long, too strong a stand here? Are you being a dickhead? And maybe I was, it says mea culpa next to my name tonight. And that's me accepting blame, my fault for anything I did today. All right. So I figure all lovers have to have a big ass spat every 2 to 3 years. So Johnny and I had mine. So we're good to 2023. When 2023 hits, boys, you don't remember this, we may catch you by surprise again, because we might need a ratings boost, and we might do it again for real or for not for real. All right. So I thank you all. The guys who reached out to me, I love you all. This is where I belong. I love being here. I thank this man to my left. I thank other guys that are out in the chat that were chatting with me. Just thank you very much. JG, it's all yours.
Okay. So first thing I want to put forward is that from when I start talking, I'm not joking. This is not a joke. So, all right. A while back, my sister got sick, right? She went to the hospital. She was, tested positive for COVID-19. She got COVID, all the symptoms. She was, horribly received with that. She had the organ damage and she couldn't breathe. She was on the ventilator. They put the tube in her neck, the whole nine. She was not expected to make it past COVID. It hit her so bad that that was it. They told us to say our last words, everything. She goes through COVID. She beats the COVID. 4 weeks in the hospital, hooked up to machines. They took the machines off. She beat COVID and she got out of there, She was well enough to go home to start at-home patient care because they didn't want her in the hospital anymore. and we think in lie this is where the mistake was made. So she got sent home, and she made it 3 days. She was at home for 3 days only. 3 days she suffered horrible abdominal pain, couldn't move, couldn't really walk, had to be carried everywhere, had to be tended to. My mom and my dad had to go over her house for those 3 days every day to bathe her, change her like a baby, because she couldn't do anything. So finally on the third day, they were like, you have to go back. We have to bring you back to the hospital like as soon as possible. Nothing's working. Medications, pain relief, nothing is working for her. So they sent her to the hospital, and Jesus. Oh, Jesus. My Siri went off. What? Hold on. Okay. Let me just put this over there. I don't know why. Maybe it's too close to my face. So she goes into the hospital, and they're like, your liver and kidneys are failing. They're going to stop functioning. They're functioning at some odd percentage. It's very, very low. And she's at high risk surgery. So meaning that if she gets put under, she's not going to wake up again. Like she'll die as soon as the anesthesia takes her over. She's at such a high risk, no surgeon wanted to touch it. So me and my mother both said, we have the organs. Between the both of us, we'll patch her together. You take part of my liver and or a whole kidney from me, or same thing for my mother, part of her liver, a whole kidney, whichever we got to do, we're all compatible. So all of our blood types are compatible, everything. Like she has the organs, harvest away, that's what we told the doctor. Doctor said, okay, fine. So they looked around for a surgeon all over through New Jersey to Pennsylvania to New York and, down, Florida and all these other states, looking for a surgeon that will take this surgery, take this operation to such high risk. And they found one, and he was like, okay, you have the organs, and we don't have to wait on a donor list and all that stuff. He said, let me take a look at the case. He looked at the case, and he got back to them, and he said, there's no way she would make it. So that our last hope for a surgery was over. It was not going to happen. So then the next few days, her whole health turned on the 16th. On the 16th of December, she declined horrifically. She lost movement, speech, everything. And they said that, she has X amount of days to live. And so then they get her into the hospice and everything like that. And, she already said her wishes that she doesn't want to be resuscitated. She doesn't want to be put on any machines and all that stuff. This is before, while she could still talk. Well, she still could still talk. She recorded a video, and it's on her phone. And it was like her last wishes and words and everything to everybody and everything, because she had a feeling. And, we're happy she recorded that, but it also kills us at the same time, So, yeah, so from the 16th on, she was in the bed and everything like that. And then they call my my mother hasn't left the hospital from that day on. She stayed in there the whole time. So they tell my mom, it was it was yesterday. Yes, I think it was yesterday. I don't know. It's been a blur. The past 3 days have been just a blur. I believe it was yesterday. So I go to the hospital at 4:00 in the afternoon, and I stay there straight through. I had to trim my beard down. My beard was a lot longer. If you notice, I had to trim it down because when my wife came home with the proper PPE for hospitals and stuff, my beard was definitely getting in the way. I couldn't cinch the mask tight enough. I could still feel air coming through from the bottom. It has to be a tight seal. Like my beard every time I breathed, I felt the air coming in from the very bottom, from on the sides here. Over here and above my lip was okay. It just air was coming in through this way. So I said, all right, fuck it. I'll trim the beard down. So I trimmed it down here, and then she was able to cinch it really hard, and there was no air coming in. So I had, double masks. So I had an N95 and a surgical mask over. So I go to the hospital, and I, with my parents the whole time, and just watching her just slowly, just basically die. The way they have her was in the final stages, when the doctor tells you to, does she have any loved ones that want to say their last words, everybody has to go running, like, because there's not a lot of time. There's not even 24 hours left at that stage, So I go to spend essentially the last hours with, my sister while she's alive, and stayed there all night. And it's a good thing that we did. And I highly advise anybody who has a loved one in the hospital, like, stay by their side the whole time. You can't leave them alone, no matter what, because things went wrong with her. And if we weren't there, she would have been, like, either uncomfortable, or she would have passed away in a much worse state. Because when they have you in hospice, they want to make you as comfortable as possible. Meaning they're pumping you up with morphine, like a lot of morphine. It's constant morphine drip. It's like 5 milligrams every hour is pumped into your body, so it's just continuous. But through labored breathing, even though you can't move a muscle, like, your body starts to shift. So there's points in time where, like, you slump down like that, and you have to pick her head up. Now we had dozed off because we were there for so long, and she was slumped over and she started to cough, and her coughing woke me up. So I had to put her head back and call the nurse, and they had to reposition. So bottom line, like, if you have someone in the hospital who's in that stage, like, you can't leave their side. You have to stay with them no matter what. We stayed there until, she it was kind of weird because we were all sitting there, and she was doing her breathing and all stuff like that. And I didn't even notice that the laboring of breathing really slowed down that much, because I guess I've been listening to it for hours, and just kept playing. So I look over, and then her eyes are open, and, like, she hasn't opened her eyes the whole time. She opened her eyes, and she looked at us. This gets me. Sorry. She looks at us, and she says, "I love you," and then she just stopped breathing. And then that was it. Yeah. And then so she died and all that, and that's where we are today. Yeah. All right, I'm done.
So you guys get to be our couch tonight.
It was rough. Thank you. Yeah, everybody in the chat, thank you so much. It's a very bizarre feeling. And then I joke a lot, like I did the last time, and I joked that she died and all that. At that time, that joke, would have been well received with her. She would have laughed at it. She would have thought it was funny. So there was a point in time where, like, we're talking to the head nurse. They had the RN over there, and we're just talking about, like, how her transition, they call it, went peacefully, pain-free. They had her with so much morphine. It was insane. Like, that was one of the first things that the nurse said. She said, I looked at her chart and all the medicine she got overnight, and they gave her a lot of morphine, and we were like, yeah, because she wouldn't stop the labored breathing. They do that until, like, you breathe, like, kind of normal, so it looks like you're sleeping, So but they just pumped her with so much morphine, and so they were talking about that. And then the nurse's cell phone just kept going off by itself. Like, YouTube videos were playing. And it was very bizarre because she's like, my phone is on lock and it's on silent. And YouTube videos started to play, right? So then they're looking at me like for an explanation, like, how the fuck am I supposed to know? Just because I have an iPhone doesn't mean I can answer that question. So naturally what I did was I turned to my sister and I said, will you leave her phone alone? Like So I blamed it on my sister who did that. And then my mom instantly cracked up. She thought that was funny. My dad gave me a look, and the nurse gave me this look of horror, like, just like that. Because it was funny at the time, like but that's how me, my mom, and my sister joke. We joke like that. We joke about paranormal stuff and things like that and everything. So that made complete sense, and it was a good it was a good thing to break that feeling. I always figure levity helps a lot. So wherever it makes sense and wherever I can do it, I'll make a joke about something, just to lighten the mood. So like, that was just like my natural, process. And and then now it's just going through the motions of the burial and all the others. Well, not really burial. She wants to be cremated, so she's gonna get cremated, and then my parents are gonna take a trip out to I think it's Malibu or somewhere where they're gonna put her ashes, to rest and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what's going on.
Sorry, your guys was nice.
Yeah. Yeah, right. So how you doing now? How you guys doing? And one of the worst parts was telling her kids, because her kids are, she's got 3 kids. She has a an 11-year-old, an 18-year-old, and I believe a 16-year-old. I think he's 16. So the 2 older ones, they get it. They had their way of processing. The 11-year-old, I don't know if he's been told yet. I don't know. I have no idea, but I know he's going to be crushed, of course. And they all were, my nephew had a huge delayed reaction. He came out of nowhere with it. He got told and he kind of froze a little bit, and then he continued helping us move some of her stuff out of the apartment that she had. And my nephew is a very large kid. He's one of those high school kids that are over 6 foot. He's 6, I think 6'4", 6'5", something like that. And he's probably as wide as a Volkswagen. He's huge. He plays football. And we're in the street, and he looks at me after tossing an air conditioner into the truck, just at a baseball. He was just he looks at me with these eyes, and he's tearing, and I'm like, all right, it's okay. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be okay. And then he's coming at me to give me this huge hug to hold me. And I'm just holding this big Volkswagen-sized kid, and I'm trying to console him, and he's screaming, crying in the streets, and I'm shimming him into the U-Haul truck, just to get him out of the street so people don't stare at him and stuff. And it was to me, I was laughing and crying at the same time, because I'm laughing about how upset he is, and I'm crying at how upset he is, and I'm laughing how ridiculous this looks. But it was a good time. It was a good bonding experience for him. I really haven't spoken to him that much, so we kind of bonded that day. So it was good. It was good. Yeah, it's a hard thing to follow up with. It's tough. It's the very first family member that we had to go through with death. I'm telling you, I have a 90-year-old grandma. Everybody's still alive. Everybody's still alive. Except for a grandfather I didn't really meet. I didn't really have a lot of time with. But other than that, and a great-great-grandma, she died 110 years old. She was, yeah.
Yeah.
Was she 110? I think she was 108. I think she was 108. I don't think so. Either 108 or 110. I don't know. The lady was ancient. She was in the actual Civil War.
All right. Well, that's our half hour. Good night, everyone.
No, come on. No, that's no, that's not fair. Don't do that.
Well, it's not like they weren't expecting it. I mean, you already kind of prepped them for it.
Yeah. I kind of I could have thrown. I threw a few hints out there. I knew some people in the chat knew, and stuff like that, and that's another reason why I posted a picture up there with her and my daughter, and I put no comments in there because, my audience on Instagram is all guys. I don't want to get, oh, your sister's hot. I don't want those comments. So I'm like, all right, I'm not even gonna open myself to that. I don't want to block anybody. So I made it no comments, and it's just for a picture for me to look back at, because I'm always on Instagram, and it's always nice to know that the picture's there whenever I want to see it. I don't have to search to my phone. Also, she was a fan of my content. She, watched my channel. She watched Beer Therapy, stealthily sometimes, and sometimes she catch the replays and stuff like that. And she was really, supportive with it, and not everyone else in my family isn't. They just don't pay attention to the stuff that I do, anything that I do. So, well, my mom watches, but that's my mom. Your moms always watch, no matter what. You could be playing the clarinet backwards and squeaking, and the mom will be, oh, yeah, my baby. This.
She never watched us, does she, Johnny?
Huh?
She doesn't watch us, does she?
Yeah. Yeah, she used to watch the show. She used to watch Beard Therapy, and she used to always say, like, you guys are crazy, and like
your sister, yeah, but not your mom, right?
No,
your
my mom doesn't know this exists. No, she doesn't know this. Well, she may. She has my sister's social media account. But yeah, it was yeah, now it's like I feel like that's it. Hey, well, no, her nephew. I told her nephew about this show. I said, "Look, man, because he's growing a beard and he wants me to help him grow his beard."
Nice.
And I was like, "Oh, I just shaved the shit out of mine," and but I'm giving him a ton, like about half of this. I'm giving it to him because I was like, "Oh, you want to grow your beard? You want to take care of it? I got just the stuff for you, man." And so, like, his birthday just passed, and I'm like, "I'm gonna get a whole box. I'm gonna take half this entire collection and just give it to him. He doesn't have to buy a thing."
Yeah, no kidding. That kid is set up for life.
Yeah, he's definitely set up for the rest of his beard journey, like for real. So, and
now, Johnny, Chris alludes to a fact. Now, you should have put a better picture of yourself with your sister up if you didn't want people to comment about your sister. Because Chris says you got a little sling blade action going on in that picture right there.
Yeah, totally. I didn't have a good photo, but the last photo I had of me and her, we were smoking. So, like, I don't want to put that photo, So we're both there like this, like.
Here's what you do, guys. You just look at Johnny's photo with his sister, and you just think of any random 70s horror movie, and he could be the villain of that movie. The best decision Johnny ever made was to grow a beard. Holy, how much better does he look with his beard than... I mean, that guy looks like he's going to destroy you. Let's be honest here. Holy cow.
Fried taters.
Give me some of the little ones.
Biscuit and mustard. Yes, biscuit and mustard are vegan. Yes.
I like the way you talk. Oh, shit.
Yeah, so it was rough. It was rough. Definitely a rough thing. I don't recommend it for anybody. But, you can't help it. It's life. You know what I mean? So, and, yeah. Yeah,
I've been in my mom's an only child, and I'm an only child, Johnny. So I've been saved that. But my wife was a widow when I married her. So she kind of already had in-laws that she was still very close to her, too. Her husband had cystic fibrosis and died very, very young. So as her mom and dad died, and as her in-laws died, and the extended family, so I've been to a lot of that stuff. And it's just like, fuck me. And my kids, I worry more about my kids. It's a brutal experience. It can be a brutal experience. So yeah, I know. I don't know because I don't have a sister, but the grieving part I get because I watch it through family members who really take it tough.
It comes in waves too. Like
yes,
like I'm okay now talking about it, but I'm pretty sure like later on tonight I'm not going to be okay about it.
Right.
Like, it's just and it's so weird. It really does like come in waves because I'll be sitting there and then I don't know, like it just hits you, and you start freaking out. And it's just so hard to believe. Like we know, like it's like super surreal because you don't expect like my sister's only 3 years older than me. We're like, we've been together since we've been together like since babies and like grew up together and everything. It was only when she turned a teenager she moved out of the house. Up until then, like we were together all the time, like my kids are. And it's just holy fuck.
Yeah. So I guess as we try and salvage this, we salvage the show only to lay this at your feet,
Well, yeah.
But by the way, Johnny, earlier I wasn't referring to you had laid the clues that something horrible had happened to your sister. I was referring to the fact you laid the clues that this was our last show. So if we just signed the hell off, hey, they knew something coming. We actually gave them 30 more minutes than we had said we would. At some point tonight, Johnny's going to drop the link in the chat. Anyone who wants to climb aboard, man, we got Christmas in a couple days. Johnny could use some cheer. But Johnny, you're right, man. It comes in waves. It'll be a nice night tonight, hopefully. And I was very close with my grandmother. She lost her husband. She got a lung tumor, and she chose not to have anything done. And I was already living out here in Pennsylvania. And every year or two, I will still, out of the blue, fucking break down just because it's like, fuck me,
Yeah.
So I totally identify with that whole waves thing. And that's my grandma. That's not my sister. That's my grandma,
Yeah.
So we will we'll do what we try and do here, but Ryan, yeah, it's a horrible thing, that cystic fibrosis.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll get I don't even know what to fucking say. It's so
well, all right. So what are your Christmas plans, if you have any?
Okay, firstly, so let's just nip this shit in the bud right now, okay? I hate holidays. All of them. And I have a damn good reason for hating them all. The 3 holidays I tolerate are Halloween, which I think is very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Veterans Day, because we got to support those boys who fight for us. And Memorial Day, because we definitely got to fucking support those dudes that died for us.
Okay.
You take those 3 holidays away, and I can shoot down, in my own mind, the rationale of any other holiday. So my Christmas plans, my wife's Mrs. Claus, Mr. Claus, the elf, she's everything all in one. She does it all. I'm such a dickhead when it comes to this. All right? All I do is help pay the bills. We will have a grand Christmas. We're going to, my 2 oldest kids are out of the house, so we're going to distance, like, open presents. My wife has delivered them their presents. We're going to distance open presents. Okay. And then I'm cooking dinner because, I do a mean fried pork chop and celery, some some sauteed celery, a recipe of my grandma's that they really, really dug. So I'm doing dinner, and then I guess we're going to live stream and do that for dinner. So that's my Christmas. What are you doing?
I think we're just gonna do regular Christmas. Usually we go from house to house and stuff like that, but I think everyone's just gonna be doing like drive-by Christmas visits. So like we may do that, and then but that's usually Christmas Eve. So that's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. Yeah, that's tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, shit. And then usually Christmas Day we just veg. We usually veg and just wallow in the presents.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
By the way, James, screw you, brother. Throw one at me, and I'll tell you why it sucks. And I will convince people in this chat at least one good reason. Shit, Barbados Joe might be right on this one. You watch. You go ahead, James. Let's play Truth or Dare right now, son, and it's dare all night long.
Throw a holiday other than Christmas because it's the next one up. I don't want anybody's hearts to be broken.
Oh, Adrian, I'll tell you what it is. It's a very simple recipe. My grandma's from El Paso. I don't know if this is part of El Paso or not, but she made it. I loved it as a kid. I made it. My wife even said, I didn't know you could cook celery like as a side dish, and she dug it. Pretty sure you veg. I make a mean fried bologna.
Thanksgiving is easy.
Here's Thanksgiving. Number 1, I hate all the fucking foods. I don't eat bird. All right, that's number 1. I don't eat fucking bird. Done. And then someone's going to say, oh, ham. Okay, well, that's great. Here's the thing. My mom's an only child. I'm an only child. I think I said this. With my mom's parents, that's a family of 4. Who is going to enjoy a holiday where they don't like the food, and when it's a big family get-together, you got 4 fucking people? Screw that damn holiday. Oh, by the way, we fucked the natives. Don't believe what they taught you in 3rd grade. Next.
That's why I said Thanksgiving's too easy. He said Boxing Day.
Boxing Day. That's a British one. I'm not up to date on that. Tell us the sauteed celery. The sauteed celery is very simple. You cut up however many stalks. I put in X amount of tablespoons in a saucepan, not in a like fry pan or a bigger pan, although I could work there. Little salt, little pepper. Cook, covered or uncovered, until the celery is tender, but not too tender. I guess it would be close to al dente if you were talking pasta. Soaks up that butter, soaks up that salt and pepper. It's a great little side dish, man. So easy to do. The hardest part is the prep, just cutting up all the celery.
Okay, so
Merry Christmas to you.
They keep throwing holidays, man.
I'm missing. Okay, what are the holidays? 4th of July. Hey, When you've seen one fireworks show, you've seen every other fireworks show you have ever seen in your life. I am damn happy we got independence. All right? Have the barbecue, have the beer. Don't make me watch a fireworks show every fucking day or every fucking 4th of July. People are losing fingers. You're sticking M80s up like, cow asses. I don't know what these people that have animals do. It's a rotten holiday once we get to nighttime. Next. What else we got here? Merry Christmas. Valentine's Day. Oh, so stupid. So, I love you, but I'm really going to love you this one day. Females buy into this shit, right? They go, oh, what are you going to? No, I love you 365. It's not 364 and one super big day, right?
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. Fuck Valentine's Day. Fuck it all. Next.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Drinko. Exactly. Why are we celebrating Mexico's independence, motherfuckers? We got July 4th for that. All right? We already keep them down below the border. We want to kick them out. You get upset if they're over here illegally. So why are you going to celebrate? Because you want to drink. Yeah. That goes for St. Patty's Day, and that goes for New Year's fucking Eve. What a stupid holiday. Oh, let's all stay up to midnight and get drunk so we can wish. Do we all realize that time is an abstract concept? One day is no different than the fucking other, except for the value we give it. The idea that it's a new year. No, motherfucker, you could do that any day of the year. New Year's Eve. That's the worst holiday ever. That just cuts into my sleep time. And I got to watch this stupid year with my wife, and I got to watch the fucking ball like that's some mystical event. Oh, New Year's Eve is number one on the worst list. Get me out of here. Any others? Tell me how you feel. Oh, I'm letting you all know.
Holy shit.
I am letting you all know. I hate holidays.
I did not expect all that.
I hate holidays. St. Patrick's Day again, Cam. Oh, let's go ahead and treat the Irish, who were at the bottom of the rung in the 1700s and 1800s. Let's have green beer. It's just another get fucking drunk holiday. Oh, great. So let's have a holiday that increases DUIs and people dying. Outstanding. And let's blame it on the Irish. Get rid of that holiday, too. Fuck St. Patrick's. Oh, Columbus Day? Fuck Columbus. He was a rapist and a bastard. Next.
You can't throw those easy ones out there, like
Adrian Borky, Super Bowl Sunday is not an official holiday. You can argue that it should be. I would argue voting day should be an official holiday. Easter. Oh my God, Camo Cam. Okay, so we already have. By the way, Christmas is also corrupted because we're going to take this idea of the Christ baby and do everything he wants us to do, which is spend lots of money to satisfy ourselves because little Janie can't get the fucking. If she doesn't get the Furby, she's going to be pissed. That's exactly what Christ wanted. So let's extend this to Easter. Okay, so the resurrection of the Lord, we're going to manifest that in a fucking chocolate-bearing bunny? Oh, wait, a man-sized chocolate-bearing bunny. Are you serious with this shit? Who thinks this shit up? Come on. And there's a lot of candy, so I got to pay dentist bills. So now I'm on the hook for dentist bills for Halloween, which I'll eat that one because I like Halloween. But don't put me in twice for Easter, damn it. Oh, and Peeps, the most disgusting candy next to candy corn ever. Peeps, Easter, they all suck. Next. Arbor Day, kill trees. I don't give a damn. I'm dying soon. Labor Day, oh, Irish whisker, okay. As a member of organized labor, right below Memorial and Veterans, there's nothing really inherently wrong with Labor Day. I get a day off school. A lot of people can get a day off. I'm going to say neutral on Labor Day, neither good nor bad. All right? Any other? Veterans Day, Michael Payton, I already say Veterans and Memorial are two of the three I support.
Yeah.
Arbor, Mardi Gras. I'm not in Louisiana or in the Southeast. I actually think I could get into some Mardi Gras because I dig the idea of New Orleans. So I can't really comment on Mardi Gras, but I bet that's one if I lived down there I could get into.
That's more like a festival day. I don't think that's considered like a holiday.
Yeah.
A season, Mardi Gras season, isn't it? Is it called?
But if anything, I fucking hate crowds, so I'd never go out and watch the floats and shit. Oh, and by the way, let's really fuck it up and say, "Hey, show me your tits, so I'll throw you something." Can we commercialize sexuality and another religious holiday? Because let's not forget, it's Lent or some kind of shit. That's religion going on. So yeah, sure, show titties, drink a lot, whatever. We don't care. That's what Christ would have wanted too. Titties, more titties for plastic beads that cost a cent a necklace. Come on.
Camel Cam said Father's Day.
President's Day. You know the problem with President's Day, Cam? Is because it used to be Washington's Day and Lincoln's Day, and some cheap bastard decided to put them both together and make it one day. No. Give me back in the old days when I was younger, and maybe because I'm 52, you guys don't remember this, but you got both Washington and Lincoln until the bean counter said, nope, we're going to make it one. In my neck of the woods, President's Day is also the first day on the calendar to get used as a snow day if you don't have snow days built in. So I never really get to celebrate it. Okay. Anything else? One more. National Donut Day. Dev, go away. These days is a holiday. Not where I am, Ryan. Martin Luther King Day. Great question, Ryan. It would be nice if all the states celebrated it. I don't know. Arizona held out for years. And we celebrate it like, yes, kids, yes, Black leaders of the civil rights, let us all make sure they're important. Kids, you stay home. But teachers, including Black ones, you come to work. What the hell is that? Is it a holiday or is it an excuse? We should celebrate it more evenly across the nation. I would have no problems with MLK Day other than that.
Now, Groundhog Day, whatever you say, I'll probably agree with.
It's not a holiday. It's kind of like Flag Day. It's on the calendar, or Arbor Day. It's on the calendar, but it's not really a damn holiday. It's big here because Punxsutawney is about an hour and a half from where I live. So like in Western PA, it's big, and I know it gets national play, but come on. You're going to rely on some fucking big fat rodent's shadow? Come on.
Get out of here.
Come on. We're back to the Tooth Fairy and a chocolate carrying 6-foot bunny. Get your shit out of here with this.
It's weird that the Beast Bunny is that tall, though. It really is. Why is he so tall?
Veteran Memorial Day and Robert E. Lee Day. I have never lived south of the Mason-Dixon line, Billy, so I cannot speak to either of those. Cesar Chavez Day. Good question, Adrian. I lived in California for a lot of my life. I didn't know that there was a day. That's happened. I didn't get the memo on that one.
Yeah, that's new to me, too.
That's new to me. All right.
And the Robert E. Lee Day. I didn't know those were holidays.
Okay, so you guys have got my take on the holidays. You can unsubscribe from my channel or Beard Therapy if you so desire. But hey, just think of it this way. You only had to endure like 10 minutes of it. My family deals with this shit every year.
They already know.
Yeah, they know. Don't include that.
Today, yeah, don't even say it. My fist bumping around the house like. Man.
All right.
With Christmas, he hates Christmas. He hates holidays, but he never told us why. So I don't know. Maybe he's got similar beliefs and similar feelings.
Johnny, I just am so against hypocrisy. And if you're going to sell Christmas as one thing, fantastic. The birth of Jesus, celebrate XYZ. Okay. But the moment you commercialize that and tie it into stuff that would be completely contrary to what we're told the man believed in, I got a problem. And let's not forget, for those of us not of the Jewish or Muslim or other kind of faith, let's not forget that forces a lie. We willingly lie year in, year out because of it. Right? Oh, tell your kids not to lie, everyone in the chat. Oh, but you go ahead and break that while you're at it. Hypocrisy. Calling you on it. I'll wear that, Brett. Throw a Grinch in there too, brother.
I don't
even celebrate my own birthday. I tell everyone else, don't get me for anything. Oh, what I'm going to celebrate that I'm one step closer to death? Yeah, that's smart. There's got to be some point where you're like, let's just not celebrate birthdays. Because at some point, they're really death days. Okay, let's be honest there. You with me on that, KG?
Yeah, I think I'm like that now with the birthdays. I'm like, when I was like, "Oh, you want to do for your birthday?" I'm like, nothing. I've been saying nothing for the past couple of years, and I'm just like, yeah, it's whatever. It's not,
Nothing. Oh, it's open that you don't celebrate birthdays.
Yeah, now Ari's talking to me about birthdays. Can the answer to that question is my favorite day is any day I can get wifey to bend the rules on certain things. That's my favorite day, whatever day that is. Whenever we can go outside the box, so to speak, that's a good damn day. So I'm canceling the Beard Society. Yeah, I'm not in charge of the blue wrenches, McMahon.
Oh, it's for the auction.
Well, that is correct, Eric. They did. There were some pagan stuff going on there. Yeah. Barbados, Ebenezer, Scrooge, Grinch, Krampus, Joe. Hell yeah, I'll own that Krampus, Brett, all day long.
The one annual Step to Death celebration.
Bend the rules, says Disney Beardsman. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Disney, you haven't been with us long enough, but when I'm talking bend the rules, and I'm talking my wife, I'm talking about anything that isn't off the regular menu. All right, we're going for a little a la carte action. Okay, all right. I know the regular entree. I know the regular dessert. I see the a la carte. It manifests every once in a while. That's a good day when it decides to offer itself.
Did you get your F2020? Did you order it?
I never got F2020. I was not a fan of the profile.
Ah, okay. I just got it like not so long ago. See that? And it smells so good. Ah, it smells so good. I love the scent. Just for people, for those who didn't get it, it's pretty awesome.
I swear to God, look, something else Joe hates. Oh, thank you, Jay Cruz. Thank you, Jay Cruz. I teach like I am here, just without all the profanity and stuff. Because if you don't have an enjoyable learning environment, why even if I can try?
Ryan, that is an interesting take on this. I never thought of that to connect those two together.
It's like Baja Blast. Oh,
it does kind of smell like it. Now that I'm thinking about it, if you think Baja Blast and you smell this, kind of. It's more the what is it? The oud really changes it up. Like it's not so blueberry sweetness forward. It's that oud and thyme that when they mix that together, that cuts down the sweetness of the blueberry, and it gives it a very nice fragrance. But Baja Blast, now that I'm thinking about it, yeah. I would say, like Disney, I would say the Wizard is more blueberry forward sweetness. Actually, you know what? I have it right here. Let me just smell it.
The Wizard from Fable?
No, from Kingsman.
Kingsman. Okay.
Yeah, the one from Kingsman. It smells more of that sweet blueberry kind of scent. F2020 has that blueberry scent, but it's not so. It's not such the sweetness.
I've got a blue wrench too. Maybe this is Johnny playing Santa Claus. All sorts of people get.
No, you had one. I gave you one.
I don't remember.
I gave you one right after I gave Brett one, and then I gave myself one. So.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, just because sometimes I jump over onto Johnny Groove's channel, and sometimes I'm on the account for Beard Therapy itself because I have both of them. So.
By the way, Ripken, I tried to convince Gary to make some more. He actually did. But again, thank Chris, who's in the chat here as a Blue Wrench, because he's the one that sent me his extra bottle and exposed me to it because it is not being currently made by Peak. But damn it, that isn't a fine scent, boys.
Oh, the Kingston.
The Kingston, yeah.
Oh, man.
Hey, Andy, what's up, brother?
What's up?
Disney says, I think you get more of the time in 2020. Disney's got that nose, boy. Okay. He's talking time and shit. Oh,
yeah. Maybe that's what it is. I think it's. I was thinking more of the oud. I would say oud time mix for me. It's like they're battling it out there.
McMahon, let me give what will possibly be. Wait. What's that? Oh no, we'll have one more. but it's definitely going to be one of the last coins of the year for that comment. Johnny never keeps track, but you can DM him anyway.
Yeah, DM me so I could. That's how I keep track. You DM me, and that way I go to the chat of people who say, "I have a coin." Oh, well, let me check, and I check, and they have them. Yeah.
By the way, I've cashed in James's and Eric, so if they have a running tally, I don't know that they've earned any since then. So we're just going to clear them out. But yeah, McMahon gets one if he DMs you. McMahon gets one.
Yeah, you gotta DM me, and if Joe says you earn a coin, you have to DM me to claim it.
Beardsman, I don't know if it'll make it again. He made it over Black Friday. It's rum. And Chris, if you're still in here, I don't know if you are. It's rum. Help me out. Oh God dang! It's rum, vanilla, coconut, but the coconut is really, really light, and something else. It doesn't smell like what you would think a typical tropical coconut heavy scent would. The rum is forward enough, but not so strong that you're like, damn, that's too much alcohol. The vanilla and the coconut really work well, and there's a fourth scent there I'm missing that's very important. But I like it. I like it. If he ever throws it out there again and you like that kind of scent, Disney, I would definitely get that. Hey, Tomahawk, what's up, brother?
Oh, I also want to. Oh my goodness, I can't believe.
Honey, thank you. Sorry, Johnny.
I didn't take the time out to thank everybody who, send me, DMs, with condolences and everything. I didn't think. I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't do that earlier, but thank you very much. It was very well appreciated, and it helped a lot. Just hearing kind words from people in the bearded community and the internet. So it's to record. Only one family member send their condolences to me through DM. Out of all the family members, only one, and it was an aunt, not even the uncle. And that's it. Cousins, nobody, nothing. But the bearded community was there. So thank you all for all the great words, all the kind words and everything.
Yeah, Disney. I disagree, Johnny. Oh, there you go, Disney. The man himself is in here, Gary Lewis. Talk to him about making some more Kingston.
Yeah,
I got you some more Kingston orders, Gary.
They're talking Kingston again. So make 2 more combos. So I don't
know. Well, that's what Gary would argue. Because Gary had the balls to say when he remade it that I only sold one, and my response was, "Well, I'm not a Kingston salesman. I'm just going to share." Since I've shared this information, I have had double-digit dudes either buy it or tell me that they were going to buy it. And I don't know if they did, but everyone who did buy it that shared it with me said they loved it to a man, and I think that's like 6. I think Ripken makes either 6 or 7. And then Disney says it sounds like it'd be a great profile, so that would be 7 or 8. So there you go, Gary. And I don't have a code, Gary, and I don't get anything for it, Gary. So anything you get out of my fat ass is gratis. So don't you sit there and raise your Arizona, Maryland cackles at me, son. You get any sale from Barbados Joe, you better just kiss my picture because I'm not a salesman. What I got to do for Black Crown? Holy cow. Awesome, Mick. Thank you, brother. Oh, I'm gonna be showing that off too. I know what McMahon is doing. Was given the tombstone by the Undertaker. He dead. Look at that. Look at that. Gary must be rolling in dough.
Maybe he'll be back next season.
Yeah, I doubt it.
It's a Somerset, right? Was it a Somerset?
I don't know, but to be fair to Gary, he did revive it for Black Friday, so he did throw some out there. But is it sold out? Did it sell out, Gary, on Black Friday?
So. Oh my God!
I'm thinking it might have. Or else you'd have bottles to sell Disney. So if you revived it, that's because of the Chris Barbados Joe hookup. And if it's sold out, that's also because of the Chris Barbados Joe hookup. Just remember that, Gary. You son of a gun. Right? What's going on in the chat, Johnny? Ryan G, get on your knees and we can talk.
Yep. It's 9:30, so yeah, people are starting.
Oh, are we starting to rile up? Good.
Yeah, they're getting there. All right, so I'll put the link in the chat, right? All right.
Oh,
yeah, we'll do that. Everybody can talk.
Nobody puts Gary in the corner. I just tried to, Rob. I just tried. But Gary poops bigger than me. Well, not literally, because that would be an impressive feat to drop over 300 pounds. But metaphorically, yes, he does. Where's the taint talk? Tomahawk, you can start it too, brother.
I put the link in the chat. Anybody wants to jump in? It's Christmas Eve tomorrow, so we can just shoot the shit.
Oh,
deal.
Gary Lewis, nice.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that was quick.
Yeah, healthy. It's an interesting damn thing. I'm about 4.5 hours, but we actually have Amish on this side. G. Lou, what's up, brother? You better turn that volume down, son. But healthy. What's interesting about the Amish out here is they're big time carpenters, right? So I'll stop and get pizza on my way to work, and I'll see the Amish in the little gas station. They'll be ordering pizza as they are too on their way to work. So it's really weird. Like they can't do shit on their land and within their religion, but when they go into the English land, they can do shit like go into freaking the shop and buy a Coke and pizza. I don't know. It's interesting.
Okay, how you doing?
What are you doing, Gary? Just letting us watch you eat? What's going on tonight?
Oh, I thought this was like a comedy, like a talent contest. I was doing my best Josh Ricks.
What's up, Ken?
You guys let that guy in here?
I kind of got an idea what he was
keep doing. I'm trying to make my inner Josh.
Is Josh in here? Is
I had
Josh
that
in
idea.
here?
I was like, oh, I know what that guy's doing.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
No, Erickson, no. My Christmas wheels don't let Rick's on. Look. Okay, I'm actually don't look. I'm not gonna say anything.
I didn't even have to ask for the link.
Huh?
Yeah, because you got to memorize. Because you know where home is, son. You're just like a stray dog. You'll come back. You're like that dog in a Snatch. It eventually came back. I will say this. Thanks to Rob Acker, there was a moment of therapy genius that involved Josh Ricks. But it was Rob Acker induced, and then everyone sort of fed in. And that's I laughed long and hard that night. That was a great night. Gary, chew normal. You're chewing like you hate that pizza. Says Nick.
Who said that?
Gary. Or Nick. Gary doing ASMR. Yeah, but he's not the hot Asian chick who cuts off at the lips, and eats the squishy stuff and makes you go, ooh, but she's really hot at the same time. He's just the bearded dude eating pizza.
So, hold on. I'm getting logged into the control center.
Phil Velasco, what's up, my brother? Bobby Bad Bearded Casey. I don't see. Has he been in here before, Johnny? I think he's new to our screen.
Ooh, Bobby Casey. That's my brother from another mother.
Oh, okay. So I don't know him.
Phil, he was in the auction.
He's the reason we have a scent called Move.
Phil was in the auction.
I've got Move sitting back here.
So Move is a quote from the great philosopher Ludacris. And I quote, "Move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way. Move.
That should be in every bottle.
Get out the way."
Gary, that's so funny you said it that way because I will use rap on occasion in my teaching. Whenever I do, I say, from the early 21st century bard known as Exhibit. So it's funny that you introduce it that way.
Oh,
it's scary, actually, because we think a lot.
I do that shit all the time. Oh, man. I can't even trying to think of some of the ones I used recently to my kids. I don't know. I quote shit all the time, and I'll tell them from the great English writer, and I'll quote some stupid thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So how's the Christmas over there at the Bluegrass House, Ken?
We are stacked up with cookies and peanut butter balls and chocolate-covered pretzels and you name it. It's she's still up there doing something. I don't know.
Peanut butter balls? That sounds kinky.
Oh yeah, it is after 9:30, isn't it? I just want to know something. Is there going to be any body fluids being squeezed out of anything tonight?
No.
I mean, I am lactating, so stay around. You might see something.
You get a couple of drinks in me, and maybe you'll get something. I don't know.
I can't handle. I left last week right at 9:30 because I can't handle that.
We're making White Russians. You got the cup?
Yeah. It's natural creamer.
It's vegan.
It is.
I do have some eggnog. Cheers.
Oh, there you go. Cheers.
I apologize, fellas, that I missed the first hour, but my fat ass fell asleep on the couch eating pizza. so I woke up and I'm like, oh, what time is it? I look at my phone like, oh, it's 9 something.
And then you finished that piece you had.
And then I went on IG. I ended up watching some live stream on Instagram talking shit, and I was talking shit. Wasn't quite sure where I was in the world, so I had to. Seriously, and I think Ken messaged me. Like, listen, the last 20 minutes are kind of a blur. I think Ken messaged me and asked me a question, and I think I responded.
You did, yeah.
Okay, see, but anyway, so is this the last?
You had?
Is this the last therapy? Did we establish that?
No. Yes, we established it. It is not.
It's not the last therapy. No,
it is not until we want over 20 people in the chat to start an episode again, and then we'll do it one more time later.
Wait a minute. So this is not. So Joe took the tampon out, and everything's fine now.
I did. Yes, I did.
Good, because I didn't. I mean, PA's a long trip, but it ain't that long, and I was about to come bust some knees. I told Johnny earlier, it's like, you know what? I started out not a fan of therapy, but man, if I find myself not wanting to watch it, but like it's something I'm not wanting to watch, that's double negative. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is I find myself attracted like some strong magnet pulling me in on Wednesday nights. I don't know if it's the
tampon?
Scary serial killer-esque vibe that Johnny gives, or if it's the huge man boobs that Joe likes to show us on a daily basis.
It's big sexy up here. Big sexy up here in the corner.
Like, people call Joe the diva, but I like to call him, you know, like big sexy. He got it over there. Which way's Ken? This way?
You got to point opposite, Gary. There you go.
So if I point, hold on. That way? Did I get it?
There you go. Good job.
That's just not natural because on my screen is backwards.
It's natural once you get used to it. Chris still hasn't figured it out in years, though, so you're good, Gary.
I can't do it either. Hey, the man boobs made a quick kind of impromptu appearance. I wasn't meaning for it to happen, but
there you go.
Hey,
that's Joe.
That's
it's
me.
2 days before Christmas. We could all just take our shirts off. Let's have a man boob party. Just
Gary,
Gary.
All the offense you want to take, but I saw you without your shirt once, and you look like the underside of any freshwater fish I've ever seen. Yeah. Dude, you are fucking pallid. The word pallid was invented for your ass. At least I have olive skin, dude. It's somewhat dark.
If you think Sheamus from WWE is white, you need to see me without a shirt.
Oh my gosh, Sheamus, yeah.
You are a Sheamus.
I look like I rub mayonnaise on my belly.
Oh my god.
I can deal with the man without his shirt, but when he's bright, when I could like turn off all the lights in the room and still he would radiate, that's when I take notice. Like, what the hell? Is that you too, Ken? All right.
Yeah, I don't take my shirt off, so.
Yeah. Got some bright ass sons of bitches out here.
Well, that's in traffic cone.
I feel like I just woke up and like I'm not sure where I'm at.
See, Johnny and I have that, like, Johnny's got the Hispanic vibe. I got the Portuguese Italian vibe. So when we take it off, we got a little bit of color there. I can't speak for you, Ken. But you
I'm just a French guy down here in the corner.
All right, we're gonna get some. We're gonna get a little love.
I learned this week that I actually don't mind this kind of hat. I was against snapbacks, but you know what? Hello, family.
Oh, beer swag.
Yeah.
Well, everybody has a swag hat.
What the fuck? Yeah. Why don't I have a swag hat?
I don't have a swag hat.
That's a good question.
Swag
why
hat.
don't you talk to Mike and find out why don't you have a swag hat for that big old great dome nugget of yours?
I'll tell you what. I saw that throwback picture Swag put up of himself. Holy shit!
Yeah, right.
That's what I did.
Look at his home. That's him. Everything is him.
I laugh because I'm like, Chris looks like someone back in the day that I wouldn't have hung out with. but he's my brother. I mean, I love him.
Yeah.
But he like that's so different. Talk about like transformation. Like,
yeah, it's the beard.
It's not even the beard. If he was shaven, he would still look different.
No, it's not just the beard. It's because he's younger. But I will say, I saw Ken without his beard in uniform. By the way, Ken, a lot of nice medals on your chest there. But I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? You know, the beard is particularly for you guys that wear it long. There he is. Is that you, G-Lou?
Yeah, it's me.
Because there's no reason you'd have a picture of Ken that I want to discuss right now. So that's you?
No, I was not a Marine. No.
Yeah, Ken
No.
didn't have a uniform as pretty as that.
No. Hold on. I'm going to bring
He
it
had
up.
a lot of shit on his chest, though. I'll tell you that. But when I saw Ken, I'm like, I could see his eyes. Like, I could see it in his eyes, but everything else was different.
It don't matter how heavy your chest is. That's the picture we take in boot camp.
It depends on if you're a tit or ass man, Gary. Let's be real about that.
Yeah.
I'm an ass man. So I'm right with you.
That's 18-year-old Gary, scared shitless. That's
yeah.
Wow.
You got that jaw structure though. Look at that. Look at Ken.
Yeah.
Look at Ken without the
what
beard.
What are those medals for? Like, I don't know what they're for.
So
the Army gives out medals for excessive masturbation, porn viewing. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
the Army gives out medals for excellence, Gary. That's what. So this cord on this side, is the German machine gun, the Schützenschnur. It's the German weapons badge.
Okay.
And then all the medals on the other side is my expert grenade, expert rifle, couple of ARCOMs, Army Achievement medals, bunch of stuff for being in Kosovo, Afghanistan, different stuff here.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
It's just, in short, Ken can kill you in many ways in different countries.
No, so let's clarify that real quick, because the real man in the Bluegrass house is Mrs. Bluegrass. She was military police. Ken was IT.
She did have a tougher job than I did. That's good.
Let's not, like, Ken wasn't like Super Army Commando. He was sitting there typing on a keyboard. Mrs. Bluegrass was kicking ass and taking names. Okay.
All right. Well, he can corrupt every system from here to some odd. I don't know.
Yeah. Mrs. Bluegrass had that nightstick and that sounds kind of.
Can I forget? I know up here on a cap, like in the Navy, it's called scrambled eggs. Well, what's the military slang term for all those ribbons and stuff? Isn't there a slang term for having all that color on your chest?
They call it billboards sometimes, or there's like different. Yeah.
Okay.
There's no real.
Well, what I was going to say is he was a damn fine typist then, because if that's all he was doing, there was a lot of different rectangles on his chest. Don't let Ken bullshit you. He got papers for papers.
All jokes aside, Ken knows there's no disrespect from that. The military branches all have like their inner, like the Marines. Oh, we eat crayons and shit. And the Navy, they're just our overseas Uber. You mean like there's this inner branch stuff that goes on, but Ken knows it, man. My brother, who was KIA in 06, he was Army. I mean, my grandfather was Navy, uncle's Army. I was the only Marine, but so it's all good. But
I work with guys that were Air Force, Marine, Navy, Army, and we all give each other crap. But the second somebody who, and this is no disrespect to anybody, but the second somebody who really, is not part of that starts taking jabs at any of us, dude, we're a team.
Dude, two things to that. Number one, Chris hit it. It's called a fruit salad. That's the term I've heard. Fruit salad. Second, that's the way I think Kevin is to a lot of us. He's our little brother. We can beat the shit out of him, but if you don't know him, don't you dare beat the shit out of him around one of us,
I razz Tevin all the time, but if somebody truly came hard in the paint at Tevin, I would have his back.
Totally. He's our little ginger stepchild midget to beat up, but don't anyone else try it.
The military branches are like, if you're in the house of like just four stepbrothers, you got the Army, the Air Force, the Marines, and the Navy. We're just four stepbrothers beating the crap at each other. And then you got that little kid next door that's like 4 foot nothing, snot bubbles and stuff. That's the Coast Guard.
Yeah. My stepdad was in the Navy, and he affectionately called, or maybe not affectionately, but he called them puddle pirates. That was their nickname. But hey, someone's got to stop all those speeding boats or whatever the hell they do. There ain't a lot of people coming over from Cuba anymore, so I don't know what it is they do.
Yeah, to answer Brett, I just put it in the chat, but I was basically a 25 Bravo. I was a network specialist, which really in the Army, that just means anything that's electronic you touch and do something with.
Okay.
I've got to bring it home from school one of these days just because there's so much military. I have two amazing documents from my grandfather who was on Guadalcanal in Leyte and who would have invaded the Japanese homeland if Truman hadn't dropped the bomb, which is why Truman was my grandmother's favorite president of all time. He has this. He was a sergeant, my grandfather. He has this pamphlet that the U.S. Army gave to all the soldiers, and you had to sign it to show that you read it, about how to deal with the Japanese. And then he has this old school alphabetized long ass ledger book where he hand wrote the Japanese characters, the English word, and the English way of saying the Japanese word. So it was like a little makeshift dictionary he had. So those boys were prepping, man. They now obviously he dealt with Japanese based on the islands he was on, and he saw combat with Japanese and stuff. But those are two artifacts I prize the most because they were in war. They were my grandpa's, and they just give a slice of life from the 40s that you don't usually get to see like in a textbook or something. That's really, really cool.
I like what Bobby said. My buddy said, aren't those the guys that help you get into your email?
Yeah. Yeah. Some of the stuff we help with is pretty trivial, but it's what keeps guys like me employed.
Yeah.
Someone had a comment for you earlier, Ken. It was that guy who, Bobby Bad and Bearded. He said he was watching something, and there was a couple from Independence. How far are you from Independence?
Independence, I think I don't know, a couple hours maybe. I'm on the other side. I think you know what? Let me look. I think I'm a couple hours. I think Independence is up north.
There you go, Bobby Bad. It was Bobby Bad and Bearded Casey who asked the question.
I gotta run and grab a drink. I'm right back. I'm a little dry.
Grab me one. I hate being dry.
Eric, vets love the D93. I love vets. Stepdad was Navy. Grandpa was Army in World War II. Stepdad saw time in Vietnam. I am all about the vets, man. I'm all about those boys that'll go out and do that shit because I never would, man. That shit is. I wouldn't do it because I'm afraid of war. I'm just too much of a rebel against authority. My ass would get thumped.
My grandfather was in. Forgot which boat he was on, but he was down in Pearl Harbor when it was attacked.
Oh yeah. Don't go drive, GG. Yeah, really. JG needs something tonight.
So what did I miss in the first hour? What did we cover? What did we talk about?
Well, we talked about the placement of my tampon, as you put it, Gary, and how that all came about. And I took my slings and arrows for that mistake. And then, more importantly, we talked about Johnny's sister.
You know what? So real quick. Don't I don't know what was said because I missed it. But don't call it a mistake because it's never a mistake because at that given time and moment you felt how you felt and you did what you did. It's not a mistake. Those are true feelings, true actions. It's how you felt. That's how you handle it. You know what I mean? You can change your mind 5 minutes later. You're allowed to change your mind in 20 seconds. But it's not a mistake. It's just, you know what I mean? You did what you did.
I appreciate that, Gary. And it wasn't the mistake how I felt where I felt because I don't back away from those feelings. I back away from the fact that I didn't communicate in the way I wish I would have.
Because listen, because we talked back to Saints. I've done something very similar before. I'm like, you know what? To keep things from going bad, I'll just bounce it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think that's what you did. Knowing part of it now is just in order to not create more conflict.
Correct.
Just bounce like a ball. There's no need to address it. And that's what you did. So it's not a mistake. It's how you, the same thing. Like I said, I never regret anything because you do what you do and you did what you did at the time you felt you needed to do it.
Yeah.
You don't regret it. I mean, there's always ways to do things differently.
Right.
You can Monday night quarterback anything in life. Every aspect of life can be ridiculed after the fact. You know what I mean? But never judge anybody for why they do when they do it. You know what I mean? Unless they're doing something terrible, then obviously judge the shit out of them. But
that's very gracious of you, sir. But I've gotten pretty close to Johnny, so the fact that there was any problem, and also the timing, made me feel really bad too. Johnny's going through some fucking shit right now.
He already sent you a package laced in ricin, so when you get that package,
you know what? You know
just
how
kidding,
I know?
FBI, if you're listening, he's not Heisenberg. He didn't.
Here's how I know he didn't send me the ricin. That would take work, and he can't send me a bar of fucking soap. Okay, so I know I don't got to worry about anthrax, ricin, any of that shit. When I get the bar of soap, I'll worry. All right.
Yeah. You know, nights like this, times like this are what really makes me love this community because transparency and forgiveness and just support, right? You can tell when somebody's being genuine. And Joe, you know I love you, brother. You're a genuine guy. Yeah. And stuff happens and I'm glad you're here, man.
Yeah. Well,
I
thank
agree.
you.
Yeah, the timing was really shitty. Really shitty.
Yeah.
But you can't control
Right.
the timing of everything. You just can't. So what you can control is the jokes that you make on Beard Therapy. So when reality happens, Johnny, people believe you and they don't feel like shit for not believing you at first. All right?
Johnny and I kind of talked about that a little bit. That was bizarre. That was bizarre.
It was eerie. Yeah,
Definitely eerie.
But
at the time, it was right. He'll be back. At the time, it was. I felt comfortable doing the joke because I know how it would be received if my sister or my mom heard it. You know what I'm saying? So like, I did no wrong there. It just looks really messed up to y'all because you don't get our humor. But
yeah, if you're not part of us, yeah.
No, I get the humor. Just that then, I mean, like, look, we all know. Well, me especially. If someone's going through a bad time, I'm going to be there and do what I can. So I was like, I went into that, how do I help Johnny mode? And then when I found out I didn't need to help Johnny, now I was like, how do I hurt Johnny? Because I'm going to kick his ass. But yeah, you know, I'm sorry for your loss. I know you guys talked about it, so I don't want to be kicking that can down the street.
Yeah.
I'm just glad we're in this. And Gary, I hold myself to a high standard, man. I'm 52. I'm a father of 5, and I've been a teacher for 20 plus years.
You're almost as old as my mom, dude.
How's she looking, by the way?
My mom's 56.
I don't care. That's only a few years.
You couldn't handle my mom, dude. You think I'm a firecracker? Ken got to hear a little bit of her when we were in the car talking.
Yeah.
Where do you think I learned it from? Come on.
Yeah, right.
It was pretty evident.
And she's like,
Where do you think I get my brashness from? I get it from my mother.
Yeah, my mom was telling the kid, I don't know where he learned how to say the word fuck. I don't say that word. I learned it from watching you.
Eric actually has me by 5 months. Eric says he's 53 in 3 weeks. I'm not 53 till May. Oh shit, May Joe, 1. You're only 52. Good
Lord. Did you think he was older?
I know I look every bit of 64, dude, but I truly am only 52. Oh,
you know what?
Usually I get it the other way, Ryan.
Since Ryan's here, and I think I saw Mick also, and we're on Beard Therapy, I want to know who is this bearded taint guy on Instagram. Where did this come from?
Oh, the bearded taint. That's got to be Brett.
There's 2 of them, though, isn't there?
I only know of one.
Is there 2 taints?
All I know is I block them. Anytime some stupid account that has no post and they're following all the main beard guys, no, I block them.
Yeah.
Because I ain't got time for that nonsense. Yeah. I ain't got time for you. If you want to spy on me, if I block you and you create a fake account, you're going overboard. You know what I mean? Like, because I used to criticize people for, block, just be a man and deal with it. But no, now you know what?
Talk about it.
I just block you. Out of sight, out of mind. Like that Mick guy, Bearded Mick, whoever his name is, you need to block his whole name.
All right, Mick. So who's the bearded taint, man?
Yeah, who's the bearded taint? He don't know. It's not him.
Hang on. I got something going on with my audio.
You know how to tell when somebody's lying? Their face gets really red.
Here's what I know. Here's what I know. I'm a devoted follower of the Beard Society. Goddamn, if the wire isn't barbed, Mick is going to have an issue with it, okay? Every fucking week. Oh, my God, I got too much of a cable. I called Ken. Now I've got this cable. If you do not give a cowboy or a farmer a barbed wire, you are in for a possible shit show. That's all I'm going to say, Mick. And you know I love you.
Mick walks into Best Buy looking for one cable, and he comes out with the damn store. I got it all, guys. We're gonna
right.
Can y'all hear me now?
We can.
There you go.
The audio problem,
listen,
Mick, the audio problem is going to happen for about 15, 20 seconds. You just got to let it ride. It happens every time somebody comes in.
Yeah.
Brent is not that account. That is
it's not you. It'll go away. It'll go
away. That is
not
me, I swear.
It did it to me.
It's not him. I'll tell you why. It never followed me.
The other night, on Saturday, I believe it was Saturday.
It's only on the back end because if you're watching the show, you sound normal. I turned the volume up a second ago. You sound fine. It's the back end.
Okay. Go ahead, Brett. What were you saying?
I believe it was Saturday. It was either Saturday or Sunday. Ryan just sent me a meme out of nowhere on Instagram. It was like, seriously?
Now you're good.
And I was like, what? What'd I do now? and then the meme back was like, yeah, okay. Like some lady like going, and I'm like, dude, I really have no idea. And he sent me the link to this website, and I was like, I swear to Christ, that's not me. And now I'm pissed it's not.
Oh, yeah.
Go on the dude's website or on his Instagram, it says the bearded taint, and then his real name is Harry Taint. And then it's like pictures drawn to look like dicks and butts and
Yeah, exactly. That's all like.
So I was like, yeah, I was like, fuck no, that is not me. But I'm pissed because it wasn't me.
Right.
See, I thought it was Mick or Ryan. That's who I thought.
You know who it is? I figured it out. I figured out who it is. There's this new guy in the bearded community who thinks he's all that in a bag of chips and he's bullying everybody. His name's Jay Cruz or Healthy Beard or something like that. that guy is up to no good. I see his shenanigans.
Yeah, just like hella fat.
Cruz guy.
It makes sense. It makes sense because of the hand drawing. It looks real simple.
Yeah,
you know, like third grade level.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
See, that's why I knew it wasn't Brett. If it were going to be Brett, he isn't going to draw like a 10-second cock and balls. He's going to take some pride in that cock and balls, and he's going to try and draw as realistic a cock and balls as he can.
He's going to do curve, head,
or
veins.
Jay Cruz getting defensive. I don't play that kind of game. Oh, see,
I'm going to take
that
a
little
real
mind
picture and doctor it up.
We're on to you, Cruz. We're on to you. He's like, you know what? I can do this, and they're all going to think it's Brett because it's taint talk. So no one's ever going to think it's me. See?
Mm-hmm. Hey,
okay. So it worked. I got one of my boys messaging me like, bro, why weren't you going to tell me? I'm like, tell you what?
I just want you guys to know I took Spanish in high school, and Cruz in Spanish is cock. So it's right there in the name. It's right there in the fucking name, Jay Cruz. Don't you play, Jay Cruz. Don't you play. We know what's going on. But I speak Espanol, mi hermano, so don't fuck around.
He just said, I speak Spanish, my brother. That's what he said.
No, what he said was, I'll take a number 2 with a side of beef.
Just in case.
Oh man,
yeah. See, I knew how Cruz was sneaky like that.
It's just like hella fat, isn't the PETA?
PETA, I know. I have an idea who that is.
No, it's hella fat.
Hey, Jay Cruz. Jay Cruz, let me tell you something, brother. I grew up. Well, not grew up. I moved a lot, but I was in East LA towns, Covina and Duarte. I know from El Monte and Baldwin Park, I know about the Vatos and the Estes, man, okay? So they don't scare me because I can speak.
Joe grew up in Cheech. He was in East LA hanging out with Cheech.
I was the widest blender in there. Trust me. I knew who to count on when people were coming by. I had a lot of Mexican friends, boys, to protect my ass when things got rough.
No, Ryan G, circus cows are not cows. There are no circus cows.
There are no circus cows.
So, Joe, was it supposed to be Cheech, Chong, and Joe?
It was.
Those guys are old.
He was working that day.
That'd have been really fucking weird.
Joe Chong.
No, all seriousness, no. In the east part of LA, even in the 70s, there's a large Hispanic population, and it wasn't like gang culture kind of stuff, but you knew how to behave and you knew who to watch for, right?
It was Cheech, Chong, y Uedo.
Uedo. A pelon, you know, we got it all here. I can talk your language, Jay Cruz. Fuck with me.
You know what Barbaro Joe's nickname in high school was? El pinche maricón.
I'm lost.
My Spanish speakers know what I just called you.
Okay.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, Jay Cruz, I was a blender. I could almost pass as Hispanic, and my boys would have my back in case there was ever any trouble. So
I never heard that, a blender.
I was a blender, dude. I blended in, man.
Oh, because I was.
It looked like I could pass.
My best friend. I grew up in Hispanic areas, and I was never called a blender, but I.
Well, that's my word. That's the original coinage, Gary.
Yeah, and maricón isn't American. That's not what that means.
No, maricón is definitely not
a couple years in high school to learn that they weren't calling me an American.
You're calling yourselves maricón.
Jay Cruz, real quick, I'm going to give you something because me and this guy, when I was living in San Diego and I was taking Spanish in college, I teamed up with this dude. Finally, yeah, that would sound like a flirt. Funny enough, from Jersey, Johnny Grooms, and our job was to try and create the dirtiest sentence we could out of words in the textbook, right? So let me see if I can remember. This is for you, Jay Cruz, and any other Spanish speaker in there. Quiero fregar su culo con mi lengua. All right, one more time. Quiero fregar su culo con mi lengua, which means I want to scrub your asshole with my tongue. And that's all Spanish book right there, baby. That's all Spanish book. That's what you do to pass.
So listen, Joe, you need help because this is not the first time we've had a conversation about you wanting to scrub assholes with your tongue.
Gary, I'm going to die soon. I need to live a little, okay? I've lived the normal life. All right? Oh!
What do I keep hearing?
You're making Billy blush over there.
Well, Billy now has been baptized by therapy.
Listen, I think Billy's the only person in this room who's whiter than me.
Jay Cruz asks, how come YouTube hasn't put this channel down? Jay Cruz, I'm a public school teacher. That's why we do 3930. No one wants to sit through a bunch of bearded dudes talk for an hour. We know when to strike.
Try to guess which hole that came from.
Oh, God. I hope there's only a couple choices.
Why are we talking?
I seriously doubt it.
Did it come from the cyst hole from your freaking
That's what I was saying.
Oh,
yeah, that's exactly what we were talking about. Yeah.
No, definitely come from the pee hole. It come from the pee hole.
Well, look, Jay Cruz is going to call his connection in YouTube land to get it shut down because you know he's dirty like that. He's got some kind of listen. Jay Cruz is sneaky. You all need to watch out.
Well,
this man, I don't think he is who he says he is. Joe Cruz the Taint.
Well, I must say, if this channel wasn't shut down because of the Dirty 930 when Sober Chef Eric and I told our stories,
oh my God,
and then I showed my ass, and then it's not going to get taken down.
Yeah, I didn't get an email about that. You know, I got an email from the beheading video, but not from y'all showing your two buttholes.
Beheading video. You showed a video of a beheading. Dude, let me tell you. So there's websites where you can go and see the videos from like the Taliban and shit, or the cartel where they're cutting heads off. Yeah. I watched one time. I don't ever want to see that shit again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never. No. Dude, that is talk about the most brutal thing you could do to a human being. That I think is. I'm sure there's other things, but that is gnarly.
No, wait,
Gary's talking about. I've seen that video. I've seen the beheading video that Gary's talking about, and it is traumatizing, and I'll never watch it again. The one I was showing was like the guy had like a giant fucking like blade. It was a lot bigger and it was clean beheading. It wasn't like a slow like grab the tuck and go from the front of the neck kind of beheading.
Right.
But this was just like it was like a. But I even cut off the video before the blade fell. I cut it off because then I just like shouldn't show it. So
even thinking about that, my stomach's getting like.
Wait a minute.
I fell down that hole too, Gary, and that was the worst thing. The front, like when they had one of the hostages back in the early 2000s, and they were you couldn't even see the action. It was all about the reaction of the victim that just chilled me to my core, and that's like I had to bail out. I could not watch this. I will never watch it again. Brett,
it takes a sadistic human being to do that to another person.
I guess
from the front to get to the spine. It's like, oh my God! Like I that was like that kind of like traumatized me.
Now, did I hear you correctly, Johnny, in that you got an email about my cyst scar?
No, I got an email from the beheading video.
Oh,
your cyst scar I didn't get nothing for.
Okay.
See, here's what YouTube can catch. This is what I've found out a little bit. If you're playing a sound clip that is like, say, a song that is trademarked or a movie clip that is trademarked, they'll nail you. If you're showing graphic content, I don't know how the fuck they catch it, but they'll nail you. But if it's us dudes just chatting and you decide to go full Monty, Brett, they won't catch that shit because it's not copyrighted. They're looking for copyrighted shit.
Well, hold on a minute.
Unless you're reported physically,
you know how YouTube catches you? They put plants in every stream. You know who's always in the beer streams?
Jay fucking Cruz, baby.
Jay Cruz.
He works at YouTube.
He's the YouTube plant.
You rat bastard.
I don't know. I mean, in his defense, Jay Cruz wasn't around when Danstream got taken down for talking about a certain beard product.
How do you know? Maybe it was a different name. Maybe he had to switch it up so you didn't find it out.
I guess
he's been here a lot longer than you think. You know, he's been in before he was on Instagram and he took Instagram by storm. He was in asking questions, a lot of questions, detailed questions.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Jay Cruz said they pay in pesos.
He was in some of my things. Yeah, I know.
Nice, Jay Cruz.
Oh.
Look, all I know is, and I'm not sure it's Jay Cruz, but it had a similar icon. Before he was healthy bearded, he was motherfucking vengeful bearded, and 3 weeks later, Dan's chopped. All right, look, it's circumstantial. It's circumstantial, but when your last name means cock, I think we're starting to tie some shit together here. It's not so much a conspiracy. Just
you know who else it could be? Because it has to be like these millennial guys. So Cruz isn't acting alone in this. He's probably got some dude who's maybe in college, might be playing basketball somewhere.
Yeah, middle of the country, flyover land.
Yeah, this guy might have had COVID and then like
no.
Yeah, I think this beard code, I think that's a secret name there. I think they're working in conjunction because you can't act alone. You have to have someone that can give you an alibi.
Yeah, how about that?
I think that's what it is.
Devin.
We gotta weed out the enemies here.
Because I've never seen Devin actually play basketball. So I think it's a.
There's no videos of Devin like shooting a 3-pointer or something or a foul.
Right. That's a good point because I've been trying to get a beard code. I've been trying to get a Devin jersey from his college for 6 months now, and I have not got a jersey.
Jay Cruz said he works for Goya. Is that a joke or is that for real? Because that's funny shit.
Jay Cruz, that's a great call because Goya is the big Northeast brand, brother. It's different down in Cali and Arizona, but Goya is the shit in the Northeast.
Goya had a record year this year.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, damn. I work for Goya. I love you, Jay Cruz. I love your sense of humor, brother.
What is Goya?
They make like beans and it's like food. That's a food company.
Huge Mexican bottles and cans.
Yeah. Hey, I actually came on here for a reason.
Oh shit! Well,
I wore the proper headdress. That's why I have this headdress on. Actually, this is the proper headdress when you are going to wrangle circus cows.
Motherfucker! So, motherfucker! We're gonna do this.
I thought that was your.
I got tomorrow off. God damn it, Mick! I'll go all night on this. Go ahead, keep going.
Okay, I'm gonna give you one thing.
Okay.
The circus I seen the cows in was from Brazil, but they were in fucking America. It was a Brazilian circus, but they were in America.
That's called a Brazilian steakhouse. Just because they look like clowns when they're serving you, that's not a circus.
Okay, so now the truth
you can't go to Fogo de Chao and be like, I saw a cow at the circus. No, that's dinner.
Oh, fucking Brazilian. I don't even speak Spanish in Brazil. They speak my language, Portuguese. What the hell are you doing here, Mick? You wait 2 weeks to drop the fucking info, you son of a gun.
Oh, God, I'm going to wear the hat that they wear to wrangle. and they're gonna connect these dots, and that's how.
See, look, there's a reason why Mick is confused about the circus and his cows, because Oklahoma is also the place where you can entrap tigers and call yourself a zoologist. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So they're all weird over there.
But
the only thing they know how to do is buy beard products. So just focus on that.
So I missed something at some point. What's this circus cow thing?
Oh, hang on. Everybody stop. Ken, listen. There are cows in the circus in some places. No. Do not let anybody tell you different. So
now it has to do with the animal crackers, the circus animal crackers. And he's like, yeah, there's a cow. Like, there's no cow. There's farm out there. There's the animal crackers that are farm.
This stemmed from a picture.
Circus ones.
This stemmed from a picture of a cow animal cracker, which I never said was out of a circus box. That was totally different. That was a cow humping a tiger.
No. Okay.
Hang on. I've got one. Hang on.
Okay. I'm the one that sent that picture to Joe and Johnny. And it was a long time ago. My wife and I were eating animal crackers, and when I reached into the bag, I pulled out what I thought was one, and it was two, and they were baked together to where it looked like the one was fucking the other.
Look, hey, if animal crackers want to fuck in the box, I don't give a damn.
Well,
None
that's
of them are
fine, but
cows,
they were made that way.
Yes.
And I sent the picture to show that they were baked that way, and so then
Is Mick's chair white?
Wait, is that a cow? Is that a whatever? And
yeah, it is.
Mick's as white as his chair. Can you see that?
Yeah, he just got that chair like last week.
There you go. Look at Jay Cruz. He's submarining, he's spying, but he's also a truth teller. That looks, you know what happened is when Mick was too young to know any better, his parents took him to the fucking state fair and they wanted a double banger. They wanted state fair and fucking circus in one shot. So they said Little Mickey or Billy or Jake, the guy's got as many names as Lon Chaney. They said Little Mickey. This is a circus. Look at the cow that won the blue ribbon at the circus, Little Mickey. That's where it all stems from. John, call me Sherlock Holmes. I've solved it, Mick. You're done here. You're done here, sir.
I think we nailed it. On the next episode of Unsolved Mysteries.
But I've got a picture.
Great.
Somewhere.
This week on Unsolved Mysteries.
Hold on, you got out of your chair for a picture. I thought you went to go get the damn cracker.
I was. Yeah, my evidence has been eaten. Okay?
Sure.
Hey, let me tell you something. A cow animal cracker is as rare as fucking like the Virgin Mary on a tortilla. So if anyone finds one, they better
golden Pikachu Pokemon card.
They're in the farm box. That's where they are. They're in the farm box.
Oh shit!
They're in the farm box.
Johnny, allow that. There's a. If I can get it, there it is, right there.
Oh no! Where does this come?
Hang on, that right there is what was humping the tiger. Top right.
Photoshop.
Photoshop.
Well, why is there a cat?
Yeah, why is there a cat?
That's the farm. That's the farm. I'm not saying that's the circus. That's not the circus. That is 100% not the circus.
Then why is there a fucking rhinoceros at the farm?
It's all of them, Gary.
At the farm.
It is all of them. It's all the animal crackers. That's what was humping the cow. Joe, take your ass to bed. You've been up too long, bud. You know nothing. You know nothing.
What I think happened.
You know nothing of circus cows.
Is that from Wikipedia? That's got to be Wikipedia.
That's still not a circus cow.
What I think happened is that a rogue cow got thrown into the circus box by accident at the factory since they're all made in the same place.
Somebody was sleeping on a job.
Johnny, you was taking my side last time. What happened? Joe was fucking with you today? So,
yeah. I said
everybody gang up on Mick?
I said therapy is over if you don't admit the cow doesn't fucking exist, Johnny Grooms. That's how.
Nick, that picture's from the Save-A-Lot brand animal crackers, right? It's got to be.
Most likely, yes.
Did you get that from the Five Below store?
I don't know what that is. You got Save-A-Lots here.
You got yellow front, pick and save. What do you got there?
Pick and save. That's what I. Oh shit! That Breeder Troy. There it is, Johnny. Well done. Okay, so not only is Mick have faulty knowledge, but he's going to base the whole crux of his argument on the dollar store animal cracker brand. Holy shit! Those
hang on.
Dude.
Brett, what brand were them crackers that you had that you showed the picture of?
I don't remember. It was so long ago. I don't even remember what kind of pizza I had yesterday.
Therefore, it's at least 50% that them could have been dollar store animal crackers.
But there's two types of the animal cracker boxes. Like they actually had the old box that had the Barnum and Bailey circus thing. Right. And then they had like the farm thing.
There's not a cow in the Barnum and Bailey one. There's not.
Yeah, there's a farm animal crackers and there's a circus animal crackers.
That's the first argument. Now the second argument is real cows belong in circuses. Not only do they belong in circuses, but there are.
I'm sure glad you're not a lawyer, man, because I'd be in prison already. We would have lost this.
I don't know how people think.
I would help them put you in prison.
Yeah. I don't know how people think that. Like I was on the side of cows being in the circus. I don't think cows are in the circus. I've never seen a cow in the circus.
But I have seen it.
I've seen horses in the circus.
Now, Joe's argument was right. They don't have them in American circuses. I will give him that. He was right about that.
And when have you been outside of America?
The circus that I seen them in, that circus was from Brazil. They tour America every summer. I can't remember.
All right. So there we go. Okay. All right.
I've seen horses. There's horses in the circus because they ride them sometimes.
All right. Now we just have to change James Pershing's mind because he actually really had your back and sent me a picture of an but an older cow picture of a cow in a circus.
Do you really know the cow's age, though?
I do not. I have no idea.
So it could be a younger cow.
Could be a younger cow, but the picture was older. How much I know.
How's age have to do with it? You want to share that if you can?
Well, he said it was an old cow.
Oh, James Pershing is in here. Okay, good. So he had your back.
I found it. It's Wikipedia, right?
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Ken.
So here's the picture. That's the exact picture. So these are Stouffer's brand animal crackers.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I had. That's what I had.
Yeah.
Stouffer's.
Yeah.
Cow, cat, donkey, elephant, hippo. They're just all over the fucking place. Mountain goat, rhino.
You notice
tiger.
though, they just say animal crackers. Those aren't the circus
Yes.
crackers.
They're just animal crackers.
But to be fair, Gary, they're all animal crackers. It's just that one has that circus theme kind of.
Now look underneath it.
Yes.
Look underneath it. Austin Zoo animal crackers currently feature bear, camel, elephant. See, there ain't no cow.
Fucking pig.
You know what there's not an animal cracker of is crow. Joe, you might want to call them and see if they can make that for you.
And see, look, manufacturers. Nabisco makes the Barnum's animal crackers. What's in there? What's in the Barnum's? We're talking
good,
about
Mick.
those.
That was very good, Mick. Oh shit. Well, I got a problem with two of the Austin Zoo animal crackers. I do not go to a circus to see a turtle. What the fuck are turtles doing in there? Don't these guys
No, that's not the circus. It said zoo.
Oh, that one was zoo, not
yeah.
zoo.
There's turtles at the zoo.
Okay, yeah, I stand corrected. All right.
You know what else they have at zoos?
What's that?
Jackass. Right next to the cow.
Is it an Oklahoma jackass? That's all I want. Or is it a California jackass?
The cow is the Oklahoma state bird. At least that's what I heard.
A cow's not exotic to Oklahoma, so you don't see cows in Oklahoma.
Yeah, but damn, those tigers, they're exotic.
You do see things that look kind of like Gary. You do see things that look kind of like Gary in a zoo.
See, that wasn't even funny though. But who puts tigers in Oklahoma? Like tigers in Oklahoma don't go together.
Well, I mean, they say there's no mountain lions in Oklahoma. I've got one on a trail cam. I mean,
mountain lions different. That's just the angry cat.
Yeah, I've been told there is no mountain lions in Oklahoma, and I've seen one with my own eyes, and I've got them on a trail cam.
Oh wow.
There's monkeys in Arizona. They're called cutamungas. Have you ever heard of a cutamunga?
Never have.
I don't know how to spell it, but they look like little monkeys, and they're in the tree. They scared the shit out of me one time.
You know what?
Did they come from Rancho Cucamonga?
Huh?
Did they come from Rancho Cucamonga?
No, I said cutamungas, not Cucamonga. Just play with your taint and let the big boys talk to it.
Wow, man, it's coming hard now.
Wow.
I could tell you a story about an Oklahoma monkey, but I don't. Y'all's gonna talk shit to me. So my buddy's mom, my whole life, they lived down the road. We lived way, way, way away from any town. I mean, we lived way out. And they lived even about a mile further than I did. And she always told me that somebody turned a monkey loose for like 5-6 years. And we'd laugh at her. Ha, ha, ha. One day I went down there and I picked him up. I made it out of the house first, and I look over, and I will be goddamn if there was not a monkey sitting on like a tree limb right there by the road. I looked at that, and I was like, no, I'm seeing shit. My buddy walked down, and he said, Mom, there's the monkey. He had never seen it either. There was a monkey. It was little. It was, I don't know, 15, 20 pounds. But yeah, so there is monkeys in Oklahoma too.
So
that's where outbreak happened.
Yeah, right.
Outbreak. I know that.
That was such an anticlimactic story.
A helicopter, and he was trying to get the antidote over to the to save his love interest.
And Morgan Freeman showed up later.
Yeah, he was trying to shoot him down or something like that. I forget. Memory's hazy.
Dustin Hoffman and Kevin Spacey and
all those dudes.
Yeah.
All there. They were all there.
So Copper Johns wants to know if that's velvet, your hat.
It's not a cowboy hat either. That's actually an authentic Outback Australian Outback hat.
I thought that's part of your.
I paid a lot of money for that hat.
That's part of your village people costume, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you have a giant knife to go with it?
I do.
That's not a knife.
I mean, I own a giant knife.
knife.
I mean, it doesn't go with the hat, but yeah.
Oh,
It can though, right?
No, I wear this when I mow. I got a lawn mowing business on the side, and I have a mesh hat. It's a lot bigger. It's almost, I mean, you could call it a sombrero. But man, I'm so white, like Gary was saying a while ago. I'm almost as white as him. That I will sunburn even with a mesh hat on.
Oh, yeah.
And so I had to get something that was solid. Dude, that sucker, it was expensive, but I think it'll last forever.
I take it back. You're not white, Mick. You're red.
You know what, Mick? Like I gotta I'm gonna float you over some good like skin moisturizers that have sunblock in them. Since you're outdoors and stuff like that, you know, you put on every time you go out in the sun. You know, because the sun is horrible for your skin, so you have to wear sunblock. Wear sunblock all the time.
Absolutely right. Yep.
But not like copper tone sunblock. Like I have good moisturizing lotion that has sunblock in it. So
speaking of monkeys and what Bearded Troy just said about like this primate center,
I'm looking at the chat.
In Arizona, like north of Phoenix, like kind of like north of the Paradise Valley area, there's this like $1 million compound full of monkeys and stuff, but it's abandoned there, and the monkeys are just there still. Like it's the weirdest thing. You can like, there was a news story about it. Yeah, there's all these like little monkeys and stuff. I don't know what it is. And
what are they surviving on, Gary?
I got no idea, Joe, because I ain't never been there. I just know it's there.
I know
now
that
I'm worried about
they're eating each other. I don't know, but there's like this monkey thing. It's like top secret, and sometimes I think people do go there, like to take care of it. But it's like this. Ultimately, it's like this is abandoned monkey farm. I don't know what it is.
I know I read recently in the extreme southwest corner of Arizona, they have found 2 or 3 jaguars that obviously must have come across the border from Mexico.
Oh yeah, there's jaguar
residing in Arizona.
There's also a Taliban cell in southeast Arizona.
Carabassi gets a kick out of it.
Why is that not on fire right now?
Well, I don't understand how that connected to the jaguars.
Because I was just talking about something you don't think you'll see in Arizona. You don't think you'll see jaguars, and you don't think you'll see a Taliban cell.
All right, fair enough. I see the connection now. Okay.
That might have been classified. I might have not have been supposed to be talking about that.
Yeah, because I never heard of a Taliban cell in Arizona. So.
Well, you also never worked in law enforcement, Johnny. So there's a reason why you didn't hear about it.
Yeah.
I think I might need to stop
talking. That's been many years for
about
you, Gary. That's been many years.
Yeah, you're gonna get a knock at the door soon.
Gary Spring go black in a second.
I don't know.
You ever see that movie Biodome with Pauly Shore?
No,
no,
dude. So the Biosphere was actually like an hour away from where I live, and I still never been there. But I've always wanted to go there and just like enact part of the movie. But it's like a legit place.
Huh. You should do a biodome scent and then take pictures in front of the biodome.
No, I mean, because I don't want to go back to Arizona. Have you ever been to Arizona? If you ever been to Arizona, you'll know why I don't want to go back to Arizona.
No, I hear Andy talk enough about it being 6,000 degrees in February.
Yeah. Well, we're all like freezing to death. He's like, oh, it's like, mid-90s. I'm like,
he's laying in his hammock. Like, shut up, dude.
Yeah, we're like getting hot chocolate, and Andy's getting frozen margaritas.
Yeah, exactly.
But technically, Biodome would fall into your pop culture series.
Yeah, well,
that's what I'm saying.
Biodome's not a big pop culture. If you're a stoner, yeah, but not if like normal pop culture.
Cult classic. Biodome is a cult classic. That's what it is.
You know what would fall into it? Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh,
You're damn right it would. You're damn right.
I mean, I kind of feel like Biodome is more pop culture than that. I think you're just really old, Gary.
Smoke.
No, Biodome is stoner classic. It's not pop culture.
Well, I mean, I understand that, but I don't know.
Okay, 2 things. Number 1, Brett, are you showing us your cock, or do you want to? Number 2, Gary Lewis, let's ask the chat. How many of you know Rocky Horror Picture Show? Because that's old school, bro.
Did you just say, or do you want to?
Well, I can't tell. Look at his posture. His posture is that of someone who wants action.
It sounded like you were asking him to if he was
standing here, literally smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, I'm just standing here being fat, smoking a cigarette. I mean,
I don't know, dude.
Hey, look, if there's going to be any of that, I need a 30-second warning so I can log out. I'm just saying.
Like like Biodome is a good, funny movie, but I would say most people would probably know what Rocky Horror is because the red lips and stuff. Like it's just a more pop.
Tim Curry in general. Like everyone.
It was a big midnight movie. I mean, it's made in the early 70s. In the 80s, it was a big midnight movie in SoCal. I don't know about the rest of the country. I don't know if the rest of the country knows about it. James Pershing, who's not that old, says, yeah, he's down with that. I used to go to the midnight movie. So Chef Eric, he's my age, so that makes sense.
I would be down with
Rocky Horrors and Home Alone 2. Ryan G makes a connection. Okay, all right, good.
I think a bigger pop. If you're gonna go with Biodome, I think Wayne's World is a bigger pop culture movie than Biodome.
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go. See,
you know, the only what was that, Johnny? I talked over you. What was that?
That's why Gary has the company, has the beard company. The idea is just like cha. Like
we're not worried.
Pop culture is my thing. Like
it makes sense, you know.
Now, don't get me wrong. There's eras that like I'm not big on because of my age, but my age group, the pop culture stuff like that's. Dude, I got nothing better to do growing up than useless shit. So I know all the. You know what I mean? It's. I don't know.
Yeah. There's some Biodome love in there, but I agree. It's fringe at best, as opposed to Rocky Horror.
Yeah, Biodome is a good flick, but like I said, I think when it comes to pop culture, you have to go to subculture. So that would be like the stoner side of,
I'm with
you know, versus just overall.
Yeah.
The scene in Wayne's World when they're in downtown Covina. Not that anyone would know it's downtown Covina. It didn't get on screen, but that's where my comic collecting history began, because there was a bookshop in downtown Covina. My mom would take me once or twice a month, and she'd let me spend like $20. Now, this is back when they were a quarter a book, so I used to get a lot of books. And if I remember correctly, it's been a long time since I've seen Wayne's World. I think it was on the opposite side of the street, but Covina has this lovely old like 1950s downtown, and I recognized a couple of the things in the shots, and I was like, I was waiting. I was like, come on, shut the Covina bookstore, and they never did. But
isn't the donut shop? Like that big donut, that's actually in California, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, you mean in Wayne's World?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big donut. Yeah.
Yeah. The one with the big brown donut.
They make
LA.
Wayne's World's supposed to be based in Illinois.
Illinois, right? Yeah.
But they shot scenes in Chicago. or California. They were clearly not Illinois.
Yes. There's a huge chunk of it I know was shot in Cali, but I'd have to look at it again to know if it was all shot in Cali.
Jay Cruz.
Well, the same thing with Halloween. Halloween was supposed to take place in either Indiana or Illinois, and it was in California.
Yeah,
there was parts of Transformers filmed in Arizona.
Transformers, the original.
I'm not sure which ones, but they did film it because they shut down. And then what was that movie with Jamie Foxx? They were in like in the Middle East. It was like an Iraqi war movie kind of. Jamie Foxx was in it.
I forgot.
I'm thinking Three Kings, but that's Ice Cube.
Hurt Locker?
No. Three Kings was filmed. Three Kings, parts of that was filmed in Casa Grande, Arizona.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But anyway, so the movie with Kingdom, there you go. Jamie Foxx, they filmed a lot of that in Arizona. So they shut down I think it was the 101 or 202, the freeway. Mm-hmm. One of the freeway scenes in that movie, that's in Arizona. And then the actual like apartment, there's one area in the movie where they're kind of driving. It's like a military base housing, and they come and they blow shit up. They're going through the security fence. That is actually an old military base housing in Mesa, Arizona, where they now have an ASU complex there now. Then they built, so we kept driving by, and there's all these old telephone poles, towers just close to each other. They built an Iraqi town in this field for that movie. A lot of that movie was filmed right there in Arizona, by where I live. Yeah. So we get to drive by and see those buildings and then see where they're doing it. It's pretty rad. Like, if you watch the movie, you're like, they did such a good job making you think it was in Iraq and stuff. It was awesome.
How close is all that to Fort Huachuca?
Oh, Fort Huachuca is in the very bottom of Arizona, so you're talking about 2-3 hours.
Oh, okay. I never made it over there. Yeah.
Did any of you guys watch the Netflix series Mindhunter about the origination of the serial killer profilers on Netflix? They in season 1 they filmed in the town next to us, Katanning, they have an old school metal bridge over the river. It's appeared in the Mothman prophecies. It appeared in the TV series Justified. Lots of people love that bridge. All right. So in season one, they shot that, but in season two, when I came to school in the late summer, all the film companies' trucks were in our parking lot, and they were using our parking lot because they were shooting stuff in my district, and I couldn't see them like actively shooting, but we saw them dress up downtown Katanning when they were shooting the bridge scenes, because there's like an old school main street. It's a tiny town, but there were all these 1970 eras cars that were kind of out there. So we kind of, as we're taking the kids to soccer at the YMCA, we're driving right past, and we're like, it really was like a snapshot at a time. It was really kind of cool.
Oh, the BTK killer from Kansas. That's funny too. So Johnny actually lives in the house. Silence of the Lambs, the Buffalo Bob. Johnny lives in that house. Like his basement is where the lotion went in the basket. Like he lives there.
So hey, true story. Do you guys remember the Jeffrey McDonald case in Fort Bragg, North Carolina? Jeffrey McDonald was an Army captain back in the 70s. He was accused of killing his wife and kids. He's still in prison now.
Goodness.
Is that the Sam Shepard? This sounds kind of familiar to me, Ken. Keep going.
They did a movie about it, but I don't know who.
Okay.
But he's still in prison now. When I was stationed at Fort Bragg, they still to this day, 30 years later, that specific house that he lived in is still roped off. Nobody can live in it. It's still like they keep it as I guess evidence or whatever. Because I like that kind of stuff. So we drove by the house. You can't go into it though.
And he was a doctor, right? He killed his wife?
Yes, he was an Army captain. He was a doctor, Special Forces captain. Yeah.
I know the story, and everything pointed to him, but they couldn't find any evidence to actually connect him to it? Or
yeah, his story was that some Charles Manson wannabes or whatever, followers of his, had broken into his house that night. Somehow they got on base, which I guess back in the day, maybe it wasn't a closed base. But they came into his house and slashed his family and, yeah, that was his story, but I don't know. It's kind of like other stories that are big like that. You hear that there's possible, messing with the evidence or whatever, and things got messed up. So who knows?
If you like true crime stuff, Arizona's. I don't want to say they're called a fame, but one of the huge real crime stories is about the Tyson family. They broke out of prison and they did some more killing and stuff, and there's a big chase around. But there's a movie about it's an older movie about the Tyson. It's the Tyson because there's brothers and I think a dad and a cousin, but it's the Tyson family. And there was some of them were in prison. They broke out and they stole a van. They killed some people. Like it was crazy. But it's like Arizona's one of their true crimes type of called a fame, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I like the stuff that you can always connect. Like I don't like murder and all that stuff, but I like the events that you can actually like connect that in real life, like that really happened. Because like in my little bubble, you hear about all these things, but you hear about it and then you forget about it. But like if you're from that area, you're connected to it. It just I don't want to say it's cool because I don't want to glorify terrible things. Right.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That's what you would say.
Pardon me.
Yeah, just a
Michael,
whole
what's up, man?
Stuff.
Yeah, Gary. I don't want to give too much away, but Gary Lewis will be helping me with Night of Beards, Arizona. I learned that they had.
I got to film that before Joe breaks up with me.
Yeah, big time, big time. Dude.
I'm gonna grab a snack. I'll be right back.
They had a family feud in Arizona that made the Hatfields and the McCoys look like baby shit, and it actually held back Arizona's statehood because Arizona was going to piggyback with New Mexico and join at the same time. But according to the story, the government was like, because there was all this shit going down in Arizona. And I forget the exact name of the feud, but I didn't know if you'd ever heard of that because the stuff I was reading literally said, the Hatfields and the McCoys get all the pub, but this feud was way more deadly and worse. This family feud in Arizona.
I don't know about that one. Have you ever been to Tombstone, Arizona? Tombstone is pretty cool because of the rich history, and there's actually like some of the saloons in there. Like you feel like you're back in the day. We went there for a weekend one time with the motorcycle club I was in. We took a weekend ride and stayed there. And dude, in some of the hotels and stuff, like they're haunted, dude. It's no joke. Like it's scary down there. In some places, it just freaks you out.
Johnny,
there's Arizona, and every state has this, obviously, but there's a lot of history in Arizona. And I think it's because since Arizona became a state, I want to say in 48, if I'm not mistaken, or 40.
I think it's 12. I think it's
1912. They were the 48th state in 1912.
Correct.
So they haven't been a state that long, right?
Right.
In relation to everything else. So the history is not as old as the history, let's say, on the East Coast, where the history is 400 years old. You mean like, or two, whatever. So I think it's just because you just have a bigger connection to something that you can be like, hey, my grandpa's dad could have been involved in this. Even like it's got a closer relation to you. But Arizona's got some weird
populated
stuff.
like even when they became one of the reasons they didn't become a state is because they just didn't have a huge population either. I mean, you live out in that fucking deathly heat, man. It's not too many people want to go set up shop there.
And part of where I grew up was part of the state that was actually part of Mexico at one point.
Yeah.
You mean, so yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like, and there's so where I grew up, so you can go out into the desert into some of the little canyons and stuff. We'd go riding out there on our ATVs and stuff. They had like these old, like abandoned mining towns.
Yeah.
Like there's this one place in this canyon inside the mountain. There's like a tunnel almost. Well, it was actually a saloon for the miners.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was an in-cave saloon, and you can still go there. And there's some pictures that exist that from when it was an actual saloon, so you could see it. But it's just the ability to kind of go and just freely go to those places.
Yeah,
is crazy.
Yeah.
Hell, the town I lived in called Florence, Arizona. On Main Street, back in the day, there was like a famous shootout on Main Street between a sheriff and some bad guy. Well, one of the buildings, so you have Main Street that goes north and south. It was called Gentry's Market, but it was an old store building, and there's a tunnel underground. So underneath that building was a saloon. There was a bar, and then there was a tunnel from that bar under the street to one of the other buildings that had a brothel in it. So you can go under the street to the brothel without people knowing you went there because you went underground, and then do your business, and you go back underground and go to the bar. Well, the doors to that underground tunnel are still there. They're shut. You can't get into it, but they're still there. So it's just kind of a cool, it's like history that you could touch. You know what I mean? Things that you wouldn't think about. So it's just pretty cool.
I totally agree with you, Gary. In Nevada, I went to Virginia City as a 12-year-old, and that's the closest I came to like you were talking about, like with Tombstone. But you could feel they have this lovely, like I don't know how big it is, but it's huge picture of this lady and her dress. Everything inside of her dress is all silver dollars. So she's got like 300 silver dollars make up her body because it's a huge picture. Then the other thing about the bar you were talking about, most steel mills in Pittsburgh or Pittsburgh environs haven't shut down, but they do have one or two that you can go to and actually investigate. And we went to one sponsored through our school. And the thing that blew me away is you walk in and you're looking around and there's like an old school circa 1974 like coffee maker, right? Like old school coffee, right? With the coffee grounds, the Folgers, and it's still there. It's like when they blew out of the mill, that was one of the things they'd left behind, and it's still there like it was 40 years ago. That kind of shit I really.
So you're a history buff, and something you should look up for your UBA for Arizona.
Yeah.
Butterfield Stagecoach.
Okay.
So that location was not far from where we were living. You have to go into the desert. Well, there was a robbery. I think there was a female robber who robbed the stagecoach or the train or whatever that was there. But anyways, there was the old station for the Butterfield Stagecoach station. The remnants of the building on the bottom, like the base layer, are still there, but it's in the middle of like the desert hills and stuff. Like it's the craziest thing. But Butterfield Stagecoach is just a historic thing for the area, and there was, I think, the first female I don't know what they call them, robber, or what the official title was, that was ever convicted. I think was from that area, and she was convicted in the courthouse there in town. Yeah. And the first courthouse is actually a museum now. It's called It's a state park, McFarland State Park, and you can go into this little building. It's like the size of my house. when it has the courtroom and it has the jury stand. Everything's still there like it was.
I love that.
70, 80 years ago. Yeah. And they do actually that courthouse is the location. They're filming a movie down there because they're looking for people to wear old clothes in that time era to sit in the stands and stuff. But yeah, it's still there. But Butterfield Stagecoach, look it up for your history. You just like history and
in general, yeah.
Or like being able to attach things to places. You know what I mean? So it's there's actually a guy. So when I worked at the police department, there's a guy coming around selling these rifles. They were commemorative Butterfield Stagecoach rifles, and I almost bought one because there's only 100 made, but they were so expensive, and I almost bought one. But my buddy that worked with me at the time at the PD, he just blew out his engine in his car. He needed money to get a new engine, so I loaned him that money I was going to use for the rifle. So I didn't get it. But.
J. Cruz, Irishman is by far my favorite gangster movie. I can't type in the chat. My phone's my camera.
My Cousin Vinny.
Oh!
I love My Cousin Vinny because of Marissa Tomei. That's why.
What up, man?
Yeah, Marissa Tomei.
Any movie with Joe Pesci is a gangster movie. I don't care.
So have you seen The Irishman? Have you sat through 3.5 hours of it, Ken?
I have not seen The Irishman, no.
You need
God. I just got to watch it.
It is good.
I had to split it up. Good movie.
Yeah.
I want to go to the Goonies house.
Ken, it's Pacino, De Niro, and Pesci.
Yeah.
And even though we've seen them in various combos, particularly under Scorsese's direction, this is a guy I hadn't heard about. There you go, baby.
Trying to get focused. Yeah, it's on Netflix. Okay.
Yeah. Pesci actually got nominated for a supporting actor for his role. He did a great job. He did a great fucking job.
I believe it's based on a true story.
It's all based it's based off of a book about this Irishman guy. I'm a mob nut, and I'd never heard of this dude, because the guy Pesci plays is actually, he's not one of the 5 family guys. He's actually a Northeast mob leader, like, Northeastern, like Buffalo, Philly. He's kind of one of the smaller mob families. So I'd never heard of this dude, but it's a lot of Jimmy Hoffa because the Irishman was connected to Hoffa, and but it was a 2004 book written that this is based off of.
Yeah, I don't believe this is a true crimes movie, but one of my favorite mob type movies is The Departed. The Departed is such a good movie.
No, it's a great damn movie. It's a great, and it's loosely based on truth because Jack Nicholson was Whitey Bulger. They just didn't call his ass Whitey Bulger in the movie, and that's the big Northern non-mafia gangster that there is. Whitey Bulger's shit. He was an FBI informant and he ran Boston's, crime area for decades until he
know what another good movie is, but this is a older movie based on like the street gangs, like the old school street gangs, was Deuces Wild. You ever seen Deuces Wild?
No, never saw it.
Oh, this is cool. It's not The Departed cool, but it's that, slick back hair greaser type cool. You know what I mean? Like it's that kind of the Happy Day gang type, those kind of gangs.
So me and Mel watched a movie recently on Netflix called The Highwaymen.
Yeah.
That's such a good flick.
Great movie.
It's slow, but it's good.
Based off of a true story as well.
Yeah, Bonnie and Clyde. Yeah.
Kevin Costner and Woody Harrelson. I don't know what it is. Woody Harrelson's like a guilty pleasure. I feel like you guys, anyone who's following,
he's a good actor.
I'm doing the True Detective series, and he plays such a bland role in comparison to Rustin Cole, Matthew McConaughey. But goddamn, that dude is so talented. I'm a huge fan of Woody Harrelson.
I love those kind of movies because I'm a history buff also.
Yeah.
So you see the end of a movie and then they show pictures from where it actually happened and they get it right.
Yeah.
One of my favorite, and obviously this is completely different, but one of my favorite movies as far as something like that goes is the Queen movie.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody, yeah. The actor that played Freddie Mercury, how he did that Live Aid concert.
Yeah.
So close to true. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
In my opinion, and I'm going to get so much hate for this, the best Woody Harrelson movie ever, White Men Can't Jump.
That's a good
movie. Oh, I love Billy Hope.
It's a good movie.
It's just because you know why it's such a good movie? Because it's such that is a situation that is so real. That shit happens. Like Yeah, you can't make that. That is, I'm sure that's happened to somebody somewhere down the line. Like white men can't jump. It has to do with hustling basketball games, which is a big thing, especially in the California area and then the East Coast.
Down there, Venice.
Basketball game hustles, was a big thing. Owing people money like that, and they're chasing you around town. Like,
I'm with Bobby. I was going to say Kingpin also.
Oh, Kingpin.
Kingpin's good too. But
Kingpin's a fun movie. That's a fun movie.
Natural Born Killer.
I have not watched the complete movie of that.
Kingpin is the one with Randy Quaid right now. That's the one I'm thinking of, right? The old lady.
Yeah.
Where she does that.
Yeah, that's Kingpin, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He's like in the Amish guy.
Yes.
Oh no, you talking about the Randy Quaid? Isn't that the
See, there's two bowling movies released around the same time, Johnny. And I always get confused.
Randy Quaid's in Kingpin with
Big Lebowski.
No, you're thinking the Big Lebowski.
Yeah, okay.
No, Randy Quaid was the Amish guy in Kingpin.
Yeah, the guy who could bowl really well. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. I got my characters mixed up. Oh my god.
Lebowski had the Jesus with John Turturro.
Lebowski had the character, had the landlady that was like that, because he wouldn't pay his rent.
Yeah, it's got Bill Murray and Randy
that's King.
Quaid,
yeah, Bill Murray he's like the villain in Kingpin.
My live stream just is going nuts.
If you had to pick, and I know this isn't the movie show that Joe does, if you had to pick one movie that you think is the best movie you've seen, what movie would you guys pick?
Say that one more time, Gary.
The best movie.
Your favorite movie, the best movie. Like you're like, you know what? This is hands down my favorite movie. Not because you just enjoy watching the movie 100 times. Because there's two that I could pick right now that I could watch over and over until I'm blue in the face. But if you had to just pick, this is the best movie from production to acting, whatever, what would you pick?
I'd pick Forrest Gump.
I was going to say Forrest Gump because that's one that I would watch over and over.
Yeah.
Forrest Gump is a good movie.
Yeah, I would pick Forrest Gump.
What about you, Joe?
Favorite movie?
Which one?
If you had to pick just one movie that not a movie that you like just because it's your favorite movie, you can watch it 100 times in a row and not be tired of it, but the best movie, your favorite one based on like acting and production and just overall, like when you look at this movie, be like, you know what? That is a great movie, best movie they've ever made.
So that's total package. Huh?
Let me think.
Mine would be Dances with Wolves, I think. I don't know why, but I just like that movie.
That's a good one.
Captain Stash, that's a good one. Saving Private Ryan is a very good, solid movie.
Yeah.
After you all say, I have a story about Saving Private Ryan.
I have the DVD box set that's in the metal tin that you open up. That's pretty cool.
Am I recommending this movie, Gary, or is it my enjoyment?
You're just something that if somebody said, Joe, what is the best movie ever made? That's it.
That's the series.
Those who know me say it's going to be a fucking broken record, but Old Boy, the Korean version, is just a fucking amazing film.
Never seen it.
Not the Spike Lee remake. If you're going to watch the Spike Lee remake, you better watch the fucking Korean version first. That is an amazing film all the way around.
There's several movies that I have in mind. Forrest Gump's definitely one. Shawshank Redemption. But I think I'm going to say my number one to answer that would be We Were Soldiers.
I taught that, Ken. I taught that last year as my war movie I wanted to do. Yeah, that's a fun movie.
Colonel Hal Moore in Korean War, yeah.
You know what?
Go ahead.
The Green Mile would be my second.
Yeah, Green Mile's a good flick.
The Green Mile would be my second.
Yeah.
I'd have to say I would have two. The Titanic.
Never seen that, Gary.
What?
Yeah, you can.
Never
and I'm going to get so much heat for this, and don't ask me why. Willow.
Oh, Willow. Oh, yeah.
I've never seen that.
I remember it as a kid and enjoying it.
Willow was like the Lord of the Rings before there was Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
Now you watch it now, it's probably like, dude, this movie's terrible, but it's a good movie. What's up, dude?
Joe was actually on the Titanic. Is why he hadn't seen it.
Yeah, I forgot.
And there was actually circus cows on the Titanic too, and that's why there is no circus cows in America.
What do you? Yeah, I don't care. Why you asking me? Mom's not awake.
Mick is shadow boxing.
Bring it back to the cows all the time. Every which way he can. Like every back to the cows.
Training Day is such a good movie.
Mick, I just want to say I just rewatched Snatch for Beards on Film. And I don't know, have you ever seen Snatch? Okay. It's a good film. Anyway, Brad Pitt plays this boxer who's got unbelievable punching power for his size. And you're just like Brad Pitt. You're like, what? Wham! And then you just come in there and you're like, knocked him out.
That night you was on me pretty hard, and I was only in the chat, so I got to take my jabs where I can get them.
A lot of great mentions in the chat. Gladiator was a
What's a movie though when you watch it? It like hits your emotional button, like you just feel it. Like, man, for me, that's Remember the Titans. When I watch Remember the Titans, that just gets me. Just because it has to do with a true situation, and the high school is literally 30 minutes away from me. But
mine is the new Joker, Joaquin Phoenix.
That hits the emotional feels for you.
Yeah, because it kind of is like, it shows like, someone with mental illness and then everybody else who's not giving a crap about that person's mental illness and stuff like that.
You know what? That's a good.
And that's why it gets me. And there's the part in that movie where he sees Robert De Niro's character as his dad, and that part like kind of that got me, that part, in that movie. But I kind of like, was like getting what he was going through,
One that I'm gonna say,
when he forced to smile, I was like, oh yeah, that's I totally connect with that one.
Yeah.
Four Brothers, that was a good
one. Yeah, that was a good one. Facing Giants or Facing the Giants, which one? It was one of those smaller movies. There's a church that makes all these movies. And Facing the Giants was one of those. The reason I say that one is because when I saw that movie, my wife and I were going through some fertility stuff, and there's an element of that in that movie. And so that just hit close to home,
I've seen all them movies, Ken. What's the one about the fire?
It's the one about the dads.
Fireproof. No.
That Fireproof, yeah.
No.
Yeah,
that's one too. Okay, Fireproof. Fireproof is about fireproofing your marriage. The one with the firemen was a different one. It was about.
There's one. The dad one was the cops.
Well, they were cops and firemen.
Are you talking about the Kirk Cameron movie series that he did?
Yeah.
It had that same guy. That same one guy was the main actor every time.
Yeah, there's a church that does those.
Yeah, them are all really good movies, and every one of them will get you thinking.
Oh yeah,
they really will. Yeah.
I don't know what it is about Remember the Titans. Like, I get the little tear. That movie just touches you because
I actually will get. I agree.
Yeah, the aspects that it reaches, racial divide, the teamwork. It just touches so many different aspects of like life that I think we still deal with today. Like, that movie is just touching.
Wow, look what Rob said.
That's crazy.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Rob, I watched that movie too. I watched the other one too. I think it was Unbroke. What was the other one about being a good dad?
That's the one I'm trying to remember that I thought Mick was talking about.
I don't know.
I know that Fireproof has Kirk Cameron in it. The other one has
I can't think of the name of all of them. I can't even remember the names of none of them. I used to have them all on DVD, and then we don't have a
Courageous.
DVD player no
That's
more.
what it is. Courageous.
Courageous. Yes.
Yeah, I have them. I just can't remember the name.
See,
actually, Ken, that's the one I was talking about. Now that I think about that,
yeah,
because Fireproof was one of the first ones, right?
Yeah, Fireproof.
It was earlier,
Courageous.
and then Courageous come out later.
Yeah.
Yes,
and then there was War Room. War Room was an awesome movie.
War Room was good.
Yeah.
You know what's funny, and I'm not trying to take this in a religious direction, but the movie God's Not Dead and then God's Not Dead 2, those movies, even if you're not religious, and there was a point in time where I wasn't, and I'm still not uber religious. There's a point in time where I was a lot less religious. Those movies, they're pretty valid. Like, they have some valid points in those movies. It goes deeper.
They paint a picture.
Yeah, it goes deeper into just like, oh, God is real. So what? I mean, like it goes into like, you know what? Here's some examples of why. You know what I mean?
Well, you can apply that concept to many different things. Is why I think that movie hits so many people that way.
Yeah.
It doesn't. You don't have to just apply the concept of that just to religion only. You can take the concept of the movie and apply it to several things. You know,
there was this speaker who was doing this show one time, and this was a true thing, and he was trying to explain to people of why God exists, and people would be like, well, it doesn't exist, and they couldn't explain why he doesn't exist. So he would take this on a big board or piece of paper, he would draw a circle, and then there'd be another circle next to it, and they'd be like, okay, they'd ask you, well, how much do you think you know? Do you think you know a little bit of the information that's out there, or do you think you know everything? And they'll be like, well, I know what I know, so I just know a little bit. So he puts that little dot, and he's like, see, so all this other empty space is what you don't know. You don't know this information. You don't know what you don't know, period. So you don't know enough to say that God doesn't exist, because you just don't know one way or the other, right? Okay. So it's one of those things like you just don't know what you don't know. So to say like, to give like, well, this is how I can prove he doesn't exist. Well, this is how I can prove that he does. You can always combat the other person's argument. Like, you just don't know. There's so much out there that we don't know.
Right.
So to sit there and have a hell-bent argument that it doesn't exist, or just like with aliens don't exist. Why not? Like, how do you know? Can you definitively tell me they don't? If you can't, then you cannot say they don't exist.
This is true.
Just prove like it. We can't say, listen, pineapple belongs on pizza. How do you know it doesn't?
Oh.
That's true. Oh. That's a true story, guys.
That is a true story.
Aliens are more real than pineapple that belongs on pizza. You know, like
pineapple definitely belongs on pizza.
But,
it does.
By the way, I'm gonna take this time, since we've been talking about, to shamelessly plug those 35 in the chat. We do Beards on Film every other Saturday.
It's blurry. It's blah, 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 blah.
What's that?
Oh, it's fixed. The voice thing, like when you unplug things, whatever, come back, it does that scrambling on our end.
Oh, okay.
I always tell people, you have to be pretty arrogant to think that we're the only intelligent life form in the world.
Are you fucking interrupting me? I was doing a plug.
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't hear half of what you were saying.
Do I need to blue wrench your non-Kingston making ass? Is that what I need to do? Do I have to get my penis out, Gary? Do I have to do that? No.
All right.
Joe,
please continue, Joe. Please.
Yeah, okay. All right. No. You guys are gonna have to get like this on the screen if I do, so I'm not worried about it. So anyway,
my wife just entered the room.
Yeah, there you go, buddy. Me, bearded life, Joe Downey, and Silver Chef Eric, who's in the chat, talk movies every twice a month. We'll be coming back first Saturday after the new year.
There you go.
Ryan G. No doubt, son. Actually, you wouldn't see it, so. Hung like a pimple. Indeed, Rob. A recently That's a fact.
Hey, that could be a good thing, though. I mean, you seen that pimple that was on Brett, and that one that's on you? That was a big old pimple.
Oh boy! And I didn't show the biggest. That thing was. It's 3 centimeters, dude. It's like a fucking golf ball.
Yeah. Ouch.
Code. If Joe shows his penis, that'll be all the proof anyone needs for alien existence.
Hey, Code, are you on my my OnlyFans account? Because how in the fuck would you know that, sir? God damn it!
He's the one subscriber.
Got to pay the mortgage somehow, right?
Yes, Gary. I believe it is the 2nd of January. We're doing a grab bag where each of the panel members chose a film. We're all watching it and we're all talking about it. I'll be posting soon.
You know what's another good movie? The Outsiders. You ever seen that movie?
Oh yeah.
I read the book. I never seen the movie.
I like that movie.
But there's no movie better than Karate Kid. Fight me on that.
Part one.
Part one.
Yeah.
Or La Bamba. Or dude.
Oh.
I was pretty surprised by the newest Karate Kid with Jackie Chan in it or whoever. I was surprised by that.
I didn't even see it.
I was surprised at how terrible it was.
No, it was pretty good.
No. You're drunk, Billy. Dude, Teen Wolf is a good movie. I watched it again. I watch it all the time. But
yeah, it's all right. It's good. Yeah, I mean, it's good entertainment.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
It's
all right. Pete White asked if I watched Cobra Kai.
I'm a snob.
He probably could recite all of it right now if you wanted to.
Oh, Bloodsport.
Oh, Bloodsport.
Yeah, that's true, Eric.
Do you remember American Ninja 1?
Yes.
There was like 100 of them, but the first one was.
Yeah. I think there's maybe 14 American Ninja movies. There's a lot.
Why would I watch one of them when there's so many other good films out there?
Best martial arts movie ever, and I'll fight anybody. Best martial arts movie, Beverly Hills Ninja. Fight me.
Oh, Gary, let's find the halfway point between Maryland and Pennsylvania, and let's meet.
Hey, just do it on YouTube.
First of all, it was only a joke, but Chris Farley is a ninja. Come on. He went from his van down by the river to kicking butt in warehouses. Come on.
The best martial arts movie is The Last Dragon with Bruce Leroy Brown. Come on.
Oh, yes. The Last Dragon. Who's the baddest? Show up.
Yeah. It's funny you mentioned that, Johnny, because it's on HBO right now, and I'm about halfway through it because I haven't watched it in ages. But I was like, man.
Just the breakdancing.
Jay Cruz, you can't ask that question with some of these guys in here, man, because we already know what some of the answers would be.
Lead actor, what movie would you pick?
Yeah.
Boogie Nights.
Well, I'm going to go to the source material, Gary. Anything John Holmes was in originally, put me there. I'm right there, baby.
Any Friday the 13th movie, I want to be Jason Voorhees, hands down.
That does not surprise me.
Of all the stuff you could pick.
That's what I want to do.
I would have to pick. I'd have to be Marty McFly. Because the things like the movie, the things that it goes back to, like I would love to live in that 50s era. I would have loved it. So to actually go back into like, even if it's a movie set that makes you feel like you're there, I would have loved it.
Would have loved it. You was there. I mean, did you love it?
See, that's not. You need to be a little bit quicker and better with your comedic inputs. Yeah, that wasn't there.
Rob Acker is actually asking a beard question. I don't know what's wrong with him, but Gary, it's directed to you.
Yeah, it's on the website, homie. I already told you I got more of my PB. They came through.
Yeah, it's a good setup, man. I taken back completely by
Forrest Gump would have been another movie to be the lead actor because it goes through all those different eras.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. And that was one of the first usages of CGI that wasn't like in a grand sci-fi kind of vibe or superhero kind of vibe. And I think it was really effective.
I met the president twice. They had all the Dr. Pepper you could drink.
That's not half bad there, Gary.
I wasn't hungry. I was thirsty.
Yeah, I got to go pay.
Jetney. Hey, jinx, you son of a bitch.
Jetney, I may not be a smart man, but I know what love is.
Magic Mike 2. Did that have Diesel in it?
Horrible. There you go, Jay Cruz.
A Christmas Carol. Mick put the hat back on. Oh no, I like Mick with the hat off.
Lieutenant Dan had no legs.
Real quick,
Christmas movie, no question. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
I didn't mean to ruin your Black Panther party.
The best Christmas movie is anyone I see pop up on the TV and I turn the power off. That's the best Christmas movie.
I'm not a Christmas movie.
Not even Christmas Vacation, Joe?
I like European, actually. For the vacation films, I like European.
I mean,
I can tolerate some Christmas Vacation, though.
Die Hard.
Yeah, I was just going to say, and then Gary's going to make the argument for Die Hard, which I see. You know,
yippee-ki-yo, mother.
Subgenre. I would take that because Christmas is just kind of in the background. I'd take Die Hard as a Christmas film.
I would say Home Alone is probably my favorite Christmas movie because it's not about the Christmas spirit necessarily.
Lieutenant Dan says she tastes like cigarettes.
Yeah. It tastes like cigarettes.
Are you using your phone right now to go live, Gary?
Yeah.
All right, let me see if I can get you in the.
Take me anywhere. Man, there's a lot of Forrest Gump. A lot of Forrest Gump quotes.
Oh. What did I do?
Oh, hold on.
Oh, no shit, big bearded brother. That's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I said something bad, so Johnny's going to.
Here's the problem with Christmas movies, to me, is that they're not. I mean, some people will dig them, but they're not actually good films as films go. But one of my favorite moments from a Christmas movie is in Bad Santa, when John Ritter has to tell Bernie Mac that Santa was having anal sex in the dressing room, and that face he makes, he's like, that is and Bernie Mac is eating that wedge of orange. That is a great damn moment right there.
Hey, Johnny, have you looked at your DMs?
Yes, I'm trying to get through.
I got to find but.
Oh, J. Cruz. I don't know what that's old school. I dig the fact that it's old school, but I don't know. I'm not a Christmas guy. My favorite Christmas movie is Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. There you go. Little 30-minute Muppet thing.
Babe, what's your favorite Christmas movie? Not Hallmark related.
Oh, Bayou La Batra.
Who are you talking to?
My wife says Christmas Vacation or Elf. I'd have to agree with her on those two.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a giveaway.
What?
Ooh, Christmas with the Cranks is good too.
Came out of nowhere.
Ooh, Santa Claus with Tim Allen. That's a good one too.
I like Christmas movies.
Okay. So we have a giveaway, right? And this is for someone who doesn't have the 1985 cent from Chesapeake.
Then nobody can win.
If you don't have it, then you're eligible for this giveaway.
I don't have it.
I don't have it.
The giveaway is for the 1985 combo.
Billy's got it, or he's got it on the way.
So
Go ahead, Johnny.
Can we have some like thumbs up or something in the chat just to check the people who don't have it?
I can't check DMs right now, Rob. Sorry.
Yeah, he's on the live, so he can't.
I don't have it. It's not sitting right there.
I don't see it. Where's it at? Oh, I see it.
But it's on the way. A lot of them have it on the way, JG.
It's on the way.
Yeah.
It's on the way.
And that must have been a good release of the month party on that one.
Yeah, I sent them all out. The only ones not sent out if they were ordered from this weekend on, like they're not sent out yet.
I'm sending
Mine's stuck in Maryland still.
Right, so
it's the DC hub. So let me tell you. So when I was at the post office, I found this out. There's over 100 semi-trailers full of packages sitting in a lot that they have nobody to work them. And so that's what the delay is. And my uncle, who's a truck driver, he was over in New Jersey recently. But normally the post office and like FedEx and UPS, they contract with his company to help deliver these packages during the winter. They're not doing any of those contracts because of COVID. Yeah. So they don't want to add any extra people due to that stuff. So they're doing what they can with who they have. Yeah. So packages, if you order something before or after October 1st and you want it by Christmas, good luck.
No.
Get it.
No. I read today that the post office is short, or they got 180,000 employees on quarantine right now, or at any one given time.
Yeah, I had a lot of post office employees here. Like Ryan is a post office guy. I mean, you've got
Sleepy Mike,
and you've got Matt.
Sleepy Mike just showed up.
Yep, Sleepy Mike's here.
He woke up.
So I was supposed to have. So you guys know on Dan's stream Monday night that Beardy Coach released his washing conditioner. I was supposed to have that like a week ago. I've got the original bottle that he sent me like a month ago, but I'm supposed to have been able to review that already, and the USPS is holding me down.
But here's the thing. Devin can't win it anyways because he's made multiple top lists this year, and I'm not on any of them. So screw Devin.
Oh, damn.
All right, so we got
we have at least
7, 8, 9, 7, 8.
8. We have 8 people who don't have it, and it's not on the way. So we'll do a random number, 1 to 10. Okay.
Don't guess if you have it or it's on the way.
Pick the number now. Okay, I've got the number. Wait for the dots. Only enter once.
Wait for them dots.
1 to 10. 1 to 10. Where are my dots here? Here are my dots. New keyboard. Sorry. Okay. Once I put the dots in, then you can go. Remember, only enter once. 1 to 10. Any numbers before the dots are not counted, so you got to wait for the dots to be the number under the dots.
Put the damn dots, Johnny.
Ready? Go.
It's all kinds of numbers before the dots.
Once.
You know damn well Dev's not winning. You know damn well Gary's not winning that.
I don't have it, so
you can't.
Oh, Redbeard Ryan is in here. Okay, so we need to take out all of our post office stuff on Ryan. I thought he slipped away.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, nobody got it. So
lost it. Found it twice. Lost it twice. I don't know where the hell it is.
All right, well, then I'm guessing again.
I'm going to narrow it down to 1 to 5 since there's so few people here.
I'm guessing again until I get it.
No one hit it.
1 to 5, only because there's so few people there that don't have it on the way, So everybody who has it on the way or ordered it already are not eligible. So we want someone brand new who
doesn't. Did I win yet?
You guys keep going, but I'll tell you, there's no winner right now.
Dots.
Yeah.
We're stopping this one. Yeah, 1 to 5 is sad, I know, but there's so few people that actually, don't have this on the way. So 1 to 5, I feel like is a
all
good
the
range.
numbers have been guessed. So I kept going. So did I win?
Must have been a good release party.
I called it. I called it already, and I'm waiting for the second.
You didn't put any more dots, Johnny.
Number and everything. I know I didn't say go yet, and everybody keeps putting numbers in, so I don't know why.
Wait for the dot. Oh, Benjamin.
Gotta wait for them fucking dots.
They keep putting numbers all they want, just to be if they want to feel good about themselves, but like it's not gonna. It doesn't count.
Dots to start, dots to end. You didn't have ending dots, so it didn't die.
It isn't Johnny Groom's dots. They don't count.
The very first thing, then I said nobody guessed it.
Okay, so what was the number then?
I'm cleaning the slate.
What was the number?
Slate cleanage.
It wasn't up when I said no.
Take that, Gary.
Okay, it stopped. But what was the number?
I don't remember. I chose a new number.
Oh.
Gone. Gary, quit trying to pin him in a corner.
1 to 5.
No one puts Johnny in the corner.
There's nothing to go with. Because I run a very tight giveaway. And that's pretty much what I say, and that's it. So all right, 1 to 5 only enter once after my dots, no one else's dots. 1 to 5 enter once and go.
Everyone's a critic.
Y'all gonna keep fucking with JG, and he's gonna melt down here in just a minute. He had a very good day, I promise you.
He wants to be Jason Voorhees. Out of the millions of movies made, that's the guy he wants to be. Don't fuck around, dude.
Have you guys seen that on TikTok? There's that guy that dresses as Jason and like walks around.
Not get this. Seriously, how the fuck do you guys not get it? It's 1 to 5. Goddammit. It's 1 to fucking 5. You only have 5 numbers to choose from.
I see all the numbers there.
Yeah, all the numbers are there, but the winner can't win it.
Did I win it?
Yeah, he's dumbass. You
you got them all.
Dumbass.
Why can't I win? I don't have it yet.
Hang on.
Blue wrench's ass.
God damn, man. I can do the show all over again.
Seriously, I don't have a set for myself, so I can win it.
Just ignore Gary's
Hey, do we have a moderator that can ban Gary for 5 minutes?
Hey, Johnny, I see every number 1 through 5 on there.
I know, but the first person who get it was Gary.
Well, no. Fuck Gary. Just go to the next first person.
Yeah.
To the next one. All right. Yeah, we'll do that. That's all right. The next one to get it then.
Yeah, Gary wreaks havoc on shit. You gotta mute his ass and ban him for a minute.
Twice.
I entered 5 times. I guessed all the numbers. Just saying.
I'm just glad that so many people have it. It must be the artwork. I'm guessing it's the.
Oh shit!
All right, you know what? All right, I got an idea. Because this person entered twice, they're not eligible. Let's see here. Let me just make sure.
There's one more. We got it. I think.
Keep entering twice.
What is the second longest river in the world?
The Ohio.
The river that we're crying right now.
What the fuck? All right. You know what? No, hold on. No, hold on. Nope. Okay.
Rob said y'all want TNC, right? You know how this goes.
One last fucking time. Gary, don't touch the goddamn keys. 1 to 5.
Please don't get it once.
Only 1 to 2.
Your answer.
Go.
Wait till the dots.
1 to 5. Go.
I can laugh because it's not me.
No, we have a winner. See how easy that was? There we go. We have a winner.
It better not be Beard Code because he was critical of giveaways on this channel.
Number 2.
Oh, fuck. It was Devin?
Beard Code.
Beard Code. Damn him.
Devin can't win. Next.
Well, Devin needs some of that artwork. Devin needs that artwork on his shelf.
Look, 2 things. A, he criticized the way we do giveaways. B, he can't smell the damn shit. So we need to give that to someone else. That's what I'd say.
I'm snubbing Devin like Devin snubbed me.
You guys leave Devin alone, man.
My top 100 college basketball players, Devin's 982.
Oh, God.
You know what? I think I made Waltimus mad. He unfollowed me on Instagram today. I just seen him in here.
Uh-oh.
Waltimus, if I pissed you off, brother, I'm sorry.
I don't think so.
I want to. Let's get controversial for a minute.
My 1985 is down here by this, and when I get oils, they usually up to here. So that tells you how much I've been using 1985.
I just send him a half-empty bottle. That's all right.
You don't quit hitting them fucking keys, he's gonna throw that shit away.
So
So Devin
This I want to address this. Let's address this. Let's
Wait,
be controversial for a minute.
he contacts Rob Acker.
Yeah, Devin, contact Rob Acker.
Yeah, Rob Acker sponsored the giveaway.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Okay, well,
Contact Rob Acker. I'm the one that have to ship the damn thing.
Or all right. Oh, so contact Gary. There you go.
So
I was trying to help.
if you follow somebody on Instagram,
yeah.
they don't follow you back.
Yeah.
Don't message and ask, why don't you follow me back?
Oh yeah.
I'm with you.
If you follow a business, don't message that business and ask, why don't you follow me back?
Right.
My business account, and you'll notice my followers to following are very different because as a business, I don't want to see all your personal shit all the time. It's business stuff. I mean, I follow some people, but I unfollow more than I follow. If you want me to follow you, follow my personal. As me as a person, this is how I operate.
Right.
Follow my personal page, I'll follow you back. As a business, I don't want to see pictures of you all day long scrolling through my business thing. I follow a lot of other businesses and things that have nothing to do with my business. But I don't want to follow just random people. Like, I appreciate you follow a business because you like to see what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily want to see what you're doing. I don't have an interest in the picture of your dog every
Fair
day.
enough. Fair enough.
Right? That's just, and that's not me being a dick. That's any business. If you follow Nike, if you follow Beard Brand, if you follow Reebok, are they following you back? Are you going to message them and be like, hey, I gave you a follow. Why don't you follow? No, it's a business thing. You follow Brad Pitt. He's not following you back.
Yeah.
Right? You follow those that you want to see all the time. It's not a reciprocatory thing all the time.
Yeah, it's not a follow.
Don't get mad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If somebody follow someone, they don't follow you back. You made the choice to follow them because you were interested in what they were doing. Period.
Right.
It's not like because I don't know. That's just it. That's all I got to say. You don't like it. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. Yeah, I mean, but when you follow me and I don't follow you back, that is why. If you want me to follow you back, go to my personal page.
If someone follows me and I go and I check out their page and I don't like their feed, I'm not going to give a follow back because I just don't want to see it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, they shouldn't take that to heart or take that personally at all.
Coming in now. Look what Rob said.
What?
Said, yo, you ain't Brad Pitt, G.
Yeah, but in this world, he might be close,
Woo!
Yeah, whenever somebody follows me on IG, there's a few things I look at when I look at their profile. If I don't like the crap they post, no offense, but if I don't like it, I just don't follow.
Yeah.
If it's a private account, unless I know who it is because they're in my lives all the time or something, I don't follow back private accounts.
And you know what's funny? So when someone follows you, you can go on there and remove them as a follower.
Yeah.
Anytime a beard company follows me, I remove them. I don't because you don't need, I'm not going to block you, but you don't. And it's always those ones you're like, why are you following? Like, you don't need to see what I'm doing. I mean, you already know what I'm doing. Everybody knows what I'm doing. But I just remove them.
Okay.
It's up to you.
That's your choice.
Exactly.
I think that slides to a little bit of the penis side, but I know where
you know why? Because I don't go and follow them. You know why? Because if I come out with something similar to something they had done, I'm automatically copying them. So you know what?
Okay.
I don't follow them. I don't want to see it. I don't want. You know what I mean?
Right. I guess
that's all the controversy I had. It's not really controversy. It's just Instagram etiquette. Don't get mad because you follow someone and they don't follow you back. Like come on.
I saw Bearded Troy's post and I respect that. He went through and deleted a bunch of like fake accounts, those stupid scam accounts that follow us all the time. And
I block those instantly. You could tell. I block them.
Yeah, you got to do some house cleaning every once in a while because that it's like barnacles on a ship. You just got to shave some of that shit off.
90% of my followers are some hot chick in Asia, which is probably a fat guy in his couch in Pennsylvania. So, I mean,
for sure.
Why is he in Pennsylvania? Like,
because
I was referencing to Joe.
I got to have all that white belly, baby. I can't have enough of the luminescent belly.
So, Devin, I heard this trick works. If you want to taste because of COVID, take an orange, char the outside of the orange, peel it off, put it in a cup with brown sugar, and eat it, and you'll get your taste back.
He added brown sugar. He added brown sugar, Johnny. You didn't have the brown sugar.
Brown sugar?
Yeah.
You have to do the brown sugar.
Okay, I didn't know about the brown sugar thing. I thought you just eat the bitter, charred orange.
You char the orange, you cut the outside away, you get to eat the orange while it's hot, you put it in a cup, some brown sugar in there, and you mash it together, and you eat it. And they say it works. It's on TikTok, so it must work.
I seen like it, like, oh my god, people, it works.
I don't know. They said you could silence your microwave by holding down 2 on TikTok last night, and I literally got up at 2:00 this morning and tried it. Nah,
Did it work? I thought it was 1. You got to hold down the number 1.
I held down every fucking button on that thing to see if it would work.
Or
Yo,
0.
you know who else I don't follow on Instagram? Anybody who's blocked me before because they were joining some bandwagon, and then unblocked me to follow me. I removed them. I'm like, no.
Hey,
You don't need to
Troy,
follow me.
Bearded Troy, I agree with you 100%, brother. There are people that I don't follow because they're just drama.
Yeah.
I mute a lot of those people. Like I still have them as a follower, so if they see me, they'll still see me following them. What I do is I mute them so I don't have to see their content. It just avoids like that whole conversation of why'd you unfollow me? They want to feel that.
Then
hurt.
you block them and they can't ask you that question.
No, I know, but like
it's a whole fucking thing. You know, it's just a whole damn thing. You don't need
to mute and then avoid that entire conversation because like
sleepy Mike. Hold your horn down at the red light and it'll turn green.
Yeah.
I don't want to explain why, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to tell you why I don't want to, like, you know, see your shit. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
if you don't want to be around drama, don't follow me because apparently I am the king.
Don't follow Chesapeake. You can follow his personal account because I don't think he gets a lot of drama there.
I'll tell you one thing on TikTok that's true is that Olive Garden casserole, that's some good shit right there.
Just randomly.
That's
I'll
true.
tell you something right here that's good. That Olive Garden casserole, that's good shit right there.
Hey,
I didn't know
that's great, Nick. That is
I
great,
eat
man.
that casserole when I'm sitting there petting my circus cow. We just have a good old time.
hey, Mick, I'm with. Don't listen to Gary, Mick. I'm with you, man.
I didn't see the Olive Garden casserole.
I didn't know Olive Garden made a casserole.
It's some
Troy,
kind of, I don't know what it is.
You
What's
make it from Olive
What's it
Garden
called,
stuff.
Ken?
It's not a
No,
mix
it's an Olive Garden recipe.
Is it?
Which one? I thought you were talking about just, I mean, some kind of a big ziti type casserole or something like that.
Yeah, it's like penne noodles, chicken,
Yeah.
dressing. There was several like cream cheese stuff like that. It was really good.
Yeah.
You make it in a crock pot.
Hey, look, I'm a fat boy. You make anything in a casserole, I'm probably going to eat it.
Crock pot is so 1980s. You gotta have an Instant Pot now.
Oh,
I've
the
got
Instant
both.
Pot. No, I don't have the Instant Pot. I have a crock pot.
See, I got my wife the Instant Pot, and she still does crock pot.
Two
She
totally
does all
different things.
She does all the crock pot slow cooking, and I'm more the frying pan, that kind of cooking. It's a perfect team.
This is no joke. I have made the best barbecue ribs in my Instant Pot ever.
Huh?
It's legit. Like you put them in there. I put the rubs on it and put a little bit of apple juice with the water, cook them. And then when they're out, I take them out. And you have to be careful because they'll fall apart. I put them on the pan, put the barbecue sauce in them, put it under the broiler for a few minutes to get the crust.
Yeah.
Best ribs ever, dude.
Dude, I
Legit.
found a roast recipe that has a shit ton of prepared horseradish in it, but it doesn't. Once you cook it in the Instant Pot, it does not. You can't taste horseradish at all.
Huh.
It's really simple. It's garlic, onion, horseradish, and some beef broth, and that's it.
Yeah, air fryer's good too. But see,
My wife loves the air fryer.
like Devin's saying, he makes the best food ever in his dorm room microwave. So he's basically like in a prison. So
Yeah.
I mean, prison cooks, dorm room cooks is the same thing. They make some crazy stuff.
It applies anything that applies heat can cook.
That's
Air
scary.
fryers are legit though. I
Air
put
fryer, yeah. I'm a
the
big
Uncrustable peanut butter and jelly in an air fryer, dude.
I've heard you say that before. I got to try it.
Dude, I don't remember how many minutes, but I had to try it again to tell you for sure. But it was so good.
I
I think it was
think
like
I'm
6 minutes.
I think I'm going to air fry my bologna sandwich tomorrow.
Hey, go for it, man.
My
Yeah, I
wife's
don't know
getting
how
an
that
air
is.
fryer for Christmas.
My wife, when she died, she does low carb, and she's got the cool low carb air fryer chicken, like the big ass chicken wings, you know, not the little nubbin ones, but the big old ones. I guess I mean, I don't eat chicken, but she and the kids love them, so she's got that dialed in.
What do you have against birds?
Have
I mean,
you ever
that
seen
like
an
a
ostrich?
He
This is
went over
why
the
you don't
bird.
eat poultry. Have you ever seen an ostrich poop? Ask Rob Acker about an ostrich pooping. It is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I'm not eating ostrich.
It fires up my GERD, since we're all being men right now,
Okay.
talking about
I
fucking
was
air
going to
fryers.
say you'll make celery, which is a vehicle for pimento cheese only, into a full side dish, but You will not eat a bird.
What the hell did you just say?
Firstly, I love that you said it's a vehicle for pimento cheese. That is beautiful.
What is
Celery? I diced, well, not dice. I
what kind of
sliced
hillbilly shit is that?
celery. All right, but you're right. It is my argument, Mick, that bread and baked potatoes both are merely vehicles for butter because butter is so damn good. That's the only reason we have toast, so that we can eat butter and feel like non-heathens.
Pimento cheese on celery? Who harms you as a child?
Shit! That's got to be a mid-Southwest thing. My grandma did it all the time. She was from El Paso. Mick's from Oklahoma. It's got to be that region. But I used to eat that shit all the time.
Seriously, who hurt you as a child?
Hey, it wasn't too. It's the only stuff I've ever eaten pimento cheese on was celery and pimento cheese.
Celery does three things. You dip it in ranch.
Yeah.
You put peanut butter on the inside or cream cheese. That's it.
Nasty bullshit.
It's like cream cheese.
You shut your dirty whore mouth.
It's just like cream cheese. The pimento doesn't add that much like scary flavor. It adds a little color.
You never had ants on a log? The peanut butter with the raisins?
Oh yeah, I've had that.
I don't like raisins, man.
So I'm gonna be the guy. I'm gonna be the guy in the room that says there's never an excuse to eat celery. I don't care what you put on it.
Okay, I know people that don't like celery, man.
Celery,
butter and chocolate chips.
Celery is the colon broom. It cleans your colon. There was an ad like in the 50s. They had an ad, celery, the best way to clean out your internet, because it's like a brush for your butt kind of thing.
I don't need to brush my butt. I'm good. I've got dude wipes. I'm okay.
Oh, blue cheese dip too. Bro, have you tried
celery, bro? I'm telling you.
Dude wipes have the minty chill one. You got, dude, there ain't nothing like a fresh minty butt. It's so good.
Like some Eskimo breathed on my asshole. I don't want a minty chill on my ass.
Listen, it's not like you would think. I was afraid to try it because I was like, man, I don't want like menthol on my butt.
Yeah, no doubt.
Dude, it's actually pretty nice.
Wow, there are a lot of celery haters in this chat. No
kidding. Look,
celery it's in your teeth.
Celery and Twizzlers go the same category. They both suck.
Oh no! Listen here, you Antichrist.
Twizzlers are good.
Celery and Twizzlers are not the same.
Okay, you don't even like the pulling pills.
I don't like any of that Twizzler stuff, man.
What?
I'm with you, kid. I think Twizzlers that shit is like candle wax, dude. When I grew up in California, it was red vines only. And Gary, I'm surprised that you're a Twizzlers guy because I would think the red vines would be in Arizona. Twizzlers are waxy and nasty.
Because my dad preferred red vines over Twizzlers, and he used to beat my ass. So I prefer Twizzlers.
Here's what I learned. 2 parts red Twizzler, red vine, to 1 part black licorice made by red vine makes the perfect blood. So you liquefy it in your mouth, and then you have your friend punch you, and you spit it out, and it's like movie blood, dude. It is the best.
Or I can just punch you for real and then see what happens.
Gary, be careful, man. You know what?
Mick, you don't like anise. You don't like black licorice.
Fuck no.
Why do I have to be careful, Ken?
There is 3 things on this planet I will not eat. Black jelly beans, black licorice, and black olives. And it's not a racial thing. They are just 3 fucking nasty items.
I love black.
I am not picky otherwise.
So do I. I like the anise. You could OD on it, but at that point, like good and plenty, the sugar plus the anise, come on. Who's going to fuck us?
Anything you can OD on should not be put into your body. I think we can all agree on that.
Those old-fashioned hard candies that taste like black licorice?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Listen, you put pimento cheese on celery, so you don't know what's good there, Mick.
I would argue that that's 1,000 times better than fucking peanut butter on celery.
No.
I mean, you got something that's a vehicle for jelly on something that is a vehicle for pimento cheese. So, I mean, you
black olives
kind of seem mixed up. Black olives are the most horrid thing ever invented.
You know what's horrid?
I'm not with you there.
I hate black olives on pizza like Johnny hates pineapple on pizza.
Oh, okay. All right.
Black olives are the gifts of God. Your hat is horrid. Black olives are not.
Green olives with garlic cloves or jalapenos stuffed in them are the that's
those are good.
The gift of God.
Oh,
I can't do the conversation because I don't like any of that stuff.
I like black and not green.
I like black olives in my in the taco platter, nacho taco platters. Black olives. Yeah, I like that.
Yuck.
And on the pizza, I like the black olives on the pizza.
You know what black olives taste like? I used to bite my fingernails real bad, and I took there and chewed them fingernails up, and that's what black olives, they taste just like a fingernail.
Black olives are good. You're just a hater.
I would
You're from
imagine.
Oklahoma,
I don't
you
necessarily
just
know,
don't
but I would imagine black olives taste like dude wipes that have been used. I don't know for sure.
Fact.
They're so good. They're so
Fact.
good.
So speaking of
Oh.
Oklahoma, my great grandmother and my great grandfather from Oklahoma. And my
I
great
wouldn't tell this story.
Huh?
I wouldn't tell this story because now you got lineage in Oklahoma, and all you do is give me shit for being from Oklahoma.
Yeah, but you know what? They were smart and they left Oklahoma. Okay. So,
I bet they didn't eat black olives either.
So my great grandmother used to make chocolate gravy. We had chocolate gravy with biscuits.
Yeah.
Dude, chocolate gravy is legit. It's sad because no one in my family can make it like she did, so we never have it. But chocolate gravy is really good.
What does it taste like?
Chocolate.
Oh, okay.
It's like
You
I bet
put
I
it on
can give
biscuits.
you. I bet I can give you a recipe and directions on how to make it that would get you pretty close.
Well, but I don't know. It's still
then
not
you
pimento and celery. But
Like,
no,
The biscuits?
chocolate gravy is good.
What kind of biscuits does it go on? Like,
just like regular old buttermilk.
regular biscuits.
Yeah.
okay.
The best biscuits are some people call them spoon biscuits, or we call them drop biscuits. It's
drop
not the round in the can. It's like you make biscuit dough and you just take the spoon and you drop that bitch on the pan and you cook it.
Fuck
Drop
it.
biscuits,
Okay.
Actually, you drop it in a skillet of Crisco.
or that
It's
too.
a lot better.
But yeah,
Mrs. Bluegrass can make her own biscuits.
because you can
I
get
can
the
make my
Bisquick
own
mix.
biscuits.
Yeah, you
but
get
I
the
would,
Bisquick mix. You put it together and you just drop. You make drop biscuits with those.
Yeah, you can do it like that too.
Drop biscuits
Is
have
it
more of
more
a
like
wet
a,
batter than the
Is it more like a dessert thing, or is it
breakfast, baby.
the breakfast?
I mean, you can do it. You can do it however you want. Yeah. I mean, it's like kind of like eating cinnamon rolls for breakfast. You know, I mean, yeah, it's kind of desserty, but it can also be done into a breakfast.
So, Mike, no, it's not like mole sauce because the mole sauce. Listen, if you have true mole sauce, there's 101 different things in there, and there's like tomatoes and So this is actually just chocolate gravy. It's gravy made out of chocolate, like cocoa powder, and it's got maybe some flour and butter and milk. That's it. Like it's nothing fancy.
Okay.
Plus, there are there's many different kinds of moles, some which have that chocolatey vibe to them. But like Gary said, there's a ton of shit in there. He's just
because they got verde mole, you've got dark mole, and mole can be spicy. Yeah, but no, it's not like mole.
Big bearded brother, absolutely. Drop biscuits with gravy. Absolutely.
Something new every day. I never heard of chocolate gravy ever.
I'll tell you something that
You don't watch here from America, Johnny.
my weird ass wife, she eats applesauce with her biscuits and gravy.
No, I haven't had that. You know what? My aunt and uncle,
figure it out.
they put slices of cheddar cheese on their apple pie.
I've heard of
Oh
that.
yeah,
I've heard of that.
yeah.
I can't do
Amazing.
that.
How many of you guys put peanut butter in your chili?
Oh,
You know what?
I used to work for a guy that they would get a big old honking spoon of peanut butter and eat it with their spaghetti.
My aunt and uncle who live in Iowa, something that's big in Iowa, when they have chili, they eat cinnamon rolls with their chili.
that's another thing I've learned about together.
That's good.
Cinnamon rolls and chili.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's good. Now, peanut butter, you done lost your mind with chili.
Peanut butter and chili is good, man. Just a spoonful.
Now,
Like,
listen,
hey,
you know what?
look, me
I
and
could
Michael
argue
Payton-
that probably would taste good because I'm a big
Oh, you got
Proponent
some
of-
support here, Ken. Oh my God.
Michael Payton only lives about an hour away from me, so yeah.
Oh, maybe that's why.
Yeah,
Maybe
I'm a
that's
big fan of peanut butter on my hamburgers. You take
I don't
a
know-
hot
I've heard of
burger
that. I've heard of
and
that.
you put the peanut butter on the bun where it touches the meat directly so it melts. That's delicious.
Yeah.
So, Ken, are you saying this is a Kentucky/Ohio kind of thing, maybe in that area, or?
I guess maybe. I mean, I've done it my whole life, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where Ron G's from, but he said the same thing.
Wow. I have never heard of these combinations
Oh,
before.
yeah. It's awesome.
Well, okay, so what you said about the chili and cinnamon rolls,
Yeah.
every single school and state-run food organization in Oklahoma serves cinnamon rolls when they have any kind of chili.
Yeah. See, and I
We
didn't
serve
know about
cinnamon
that.
rolls with them.
And then my aunt and uncle live in Iowa because part of my family is from Iowa.
Yep.
They're like, we're having cinnamon rolls and chili. I'm like, the hell you talking about? Like cinnamon rolls, like that's just weird, right?
Yeah, it's
But it's not.
I know they do it in South Dakota, and I know they do it in either Nebraska or Iowa because I've encountered it twice doing the UBA.
It's,
trip. I'm like,
it's
what?
better when the
Yes.
chili's a little spicier because the cinnamon roll helps kill that.
Yeah.
But you don't dip it either.
Adrian, that makes sense because
Yes.
peanut butter and Oreos, that kind of makes sense to me.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
Peanut
Kansas
butter and Oreos.
cinnamon roll and chili capital, says Bobby Baden Bearded. Okay.
And Ryan,
Dude, white gravy with the black pepper and the sausage. Oh, so it's my favorite, dude.
yeah, Ryan G's from East Tennessee. So yeah, maybe it's a regional thing here. I don't know.
Yeah.
Weird. I never heard of that.
Chicken biscuit with a slice of cheese and apple butter poured on top.
Yeah,
I'll show y'all one. I'll show it to you.
I got a funny story for you whenever.
Oh, he's pulling out Ritz crackers and canned cheese, ain't he?
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Oh, it's an Oreo.
What the crap?
You
That's
nasty fool.
the best thing you will ever eat in your life.
No, it's not, because I'm
You
not.
try
gonna eat
this
it.
and tell me if you don't like it.
No,
Babe, he's putting canned cheese on an Oreo.
I love you, Mick, but I'm not trying that, dude.
Put cheese whiz on the Oreo?
That was a little
Oh,
much.
You're not gonna eat. Oh my god.
fuck me. What is that?
Hey,
You barbarian. Look at him. He's like, I don't care what you guys think. This is the shit.
Can you take him off screen so we ain't got to see that
That's
shit?
killer.
What hits your mouth first? Does the cheese hit first? Or does
It's got to be the chocolate cheese combo.
It
Really?
is.
Ooh, Adrian's right. So you take a block of cream cheese and you put like a jalapeno or pepper jelly on top, and then you
Yeah, I
scoop
would
that
do
on
that.
crackers. So good, dude.
Or celery.
No,
I
crackers.
think I would eat a well done steak before I do that, Mick.
I can't see Mick. I'm
You're
covering
crazy as
Mick's
hell. Dude,
skin.
you got to try that, Ken. I'm telling you, you'll like it.
with the cream and the
It's a,
cheese?
it's a good combination.
He like sandwiched it out so it could squeeze out.
He's putting it on the inside.
Yeah, he put it on the inside.
So did you drain the filling out of that one and then put the cheese in?
Opened
Oh,
it
you did it with the filling. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Somebody seriously hurt you bad growing up, didn't they?
oh my God. No wonder you think cows are part of the circus. Look at what you eat. Good God.
You know where I learned that?
The circus?
The cow
I learned
circus? You beat me to
I don't think I've ever been this in shock
I
and quiet.
actually learned that in rehab.
the Oreo trick?
Okay.
That's why, because y'all are fucked up in there, and you're that dude.
Dang hair.
These are guys.
The
These are guys.
squirter's bad. You got to hit it real hard. Watch.
No.
I'm hitting the seat and it freaking just shoots out all at once.
That's not the first time Mick's heard that in his life. Your swerve bad.
Oh man.
Oh. Oh. Sleepy Mike's not a fan, Mick. He was with you earlier, but not so much now.
That's very
Look,
Andrew Doherty, that's cheese whiz and what?
look what Ryan said.
Oreo.
Oh
I like
my
Ryan's
gosh.
comment.
Wait, who? Where?
Ryan,
No.
I'm gonna unsubscribe. I'm gonna unsubscribe from the Beard Society. That's it.
Bobby, homemade ones are typically about the size of a cat's head.
yeah.
What's the size of a cat's head?
Biscuits. In the
Biscuit.
South, they call biscuits cat heads.
Cat heads. Oh, okay.
Yeah, biscuit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't call that, but I've heard that.
Ryan eats that too?
I'm so glad people in the chat are reacting the same way.
There's no way Ryan eats Oreos and cheese.
You know why everybody's reacting like that? Because they haven't tried it. I promise you, if you try that, you'll be like,
I can promise you I've never tried it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know
I haven't tried a gangbang with 5 dudes, but I know I won't like it.
I can't get past the cheese in the can. That stuff's foul. Let alone put
Oh,
it.
I'll eat the spray cheese, man.
Oh. Oh.
yeah. But you'll fucking eat celery as a side dish. What in the hell?
Celery just drenched in butter, salt, and pepper. Yeah, hell yeah, and softened. Oh.
I feel like we're at a freak show in New York City or something. Watching it.
I've done
I'm
forgot
in
what
awe.
story. I already forgot what story I was going to tell now.
I know, right? It's just one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen.
It did say he had a story at one point.
I don't even remember what it is now.
It's like someone dipping chocolate chip cookies in barbecue sauce and eating it.
Ryan,
Don't
Ryan-
ever do that to a cookie.
garbage supposedly is a try. Cheese comes from milk. Does come from milk. Yes.
Yeah, I don't do it all the time. Normally, I have a certain way I eat Oreos. Every Oreo has to be 3 bites, and I eat with milk. Like if I can't do an Oreo in 2 bites if I got milk. It has to be a 3-bite thing.
Okay.
Sleepy Mike, those are supposed to be good. Was it the thought of what you were eating? Like, did you know what you were eating beforehand? Because lots of places do those. Oklahoma, they're a big deal. I can see it if it's the thought of it, but supposedly they're supposed to be very creamy and tender, and then you've got the breading on it. It's supposed to taste very good. You dip it in
Dude, they taste nasty. We had a place that sold like strips of them,
No, you ain't tried good ones. I promise you that.
No, I ain't trying that shit again ever.
There's only 2 places in the whole state of Oklahoma that sell good ones.
Coming from the guy who just put canned cheese on an Oreo, you think I'm going to take recommendations from you? Come on.
That makes sense, Sleepy. Hey, Sleepy, I don't make it up. I just heard they're supposed to be creamy. I did the same thing.
Ryan G, the texture is just like chicken, if they're cooked right.
Oh,
yeah,
balls don't taste.
Yeah,
like
my
chicken.
Oreo, I have Oreo OCD for sure.
Hey, so I remember my story, right? Somebody in the chat said something about a chicken biscuit with cheese and apple butter.
Yeah.
And that's absolutely spot on. That's amazing.
Yeah, well, it's just
Chicken
like the
biscuit.
McGriddles from McDonald's has got the bread with the maple syrup and the sausage and cheese and stuff. So it's like that same concept.
Okay,
So,
so,
yeah,
hold on. Build it. Where does the cheese go? Where does the apple butter go? Because I'm not visualizing it.
So the way I do it, I put cheese on the chicken in the biscuit so it'll melt.
Okay.
And I dip mine in apple butter. That's what I do.
Okay. All right.
Then maybe, so the first time that I ever went to Wisconsin, right, it was complete culture shock because you couldn't find sweet tea except at McDonald's, and I hate McDonald's sweet tea. It sucks.
Okay.
And then you could not find chicken biscuits, right? That's a big thing in the South. I don't know if you guys have that where you are.
Yeah, chicken biscuits.
Yeah. So what, Gary?
McDonald's sweet tea does not suck.
Anyway.
Literally the worst sweet tea ever made.
If you like
They
me,
didn't say it was the best, but when you're in a pinch, it's not bad.
I did say it's
It makes sense. I mean, it can't be that bad.
I guarantee you in Oklahoma, Mick knows good sweet tea just like I do.
I had an aunt from Mississippi. I know good Southern sweet tea, but McDonald's isn't bad.
So there you go.
It is literally the Antichrist.
Says the cheese eating Oreo. Okay.
So anyway, so the first time, so the funniest thing ever. So 2 stories from my very first trip to Wisconsin. I went to a restaurant with Mel. We went to this restaurant and I asked for sweet tea because that's my normal. That's just what comes out when they ask what I want to drink, right? And so the lady said, "No, we don't have sweet tea, but I can bring you." They had this certain drink. She said, "I can take something out, or I can add." It was basically some kind of. It was like unsweet tea with Sprite in it. It's like, what is this crap? So I just got water. So. And then we went to McDonald's, and like McDonald's doesn't have chicken biscuits there, but we pulled up to the speaker, and that's what I asked for. And the girl in the drive-thru window, she was like, "You want what?" Like I was stupid.
McDonald's used to do a chicken biscuit for breakfast.
Yeah,
a while ago. They did.
It was really good.
They still do it here. I can get it here, but when we go to Wisconsin, they don't do that.
I actually had a chicken, egg, and cheese biscuit with plum butter on it yesterday. Speaking of apple butter.
Plum butter.
Homemade plum butter.
Plum
My
butter.
wife's grandma makes it.
Hey, so there's a really good place, and Michael Payton will know what I'm talking about. It's called Joe Huber's Farm and Orchard. You can get all kinds of different fruit butters there. They're awesome.
You know where you can get a good chicken biscuit from? Sheetz or Wawa.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, that's because you live in Oklahoma.
Yeah, well,
You have them because you live wherever you live up north.
Yeah, good comeback.
Retarded.
Do you guys, Mick, do you guys have Quick Trip in Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Sheetz and Wawa is basically like Quick Trip. Well, it depends.
Quick Trip.
But Quick Trip, there's 2 different brands of Quick Trip. Is your Quick Trip like the huge gas station with like the little restaurant on the inside?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, some of them are. We got little ones and big ones. Yeah.
Yeah. That's basically.
We don't have none of that around here. We just have independently owned gas stations where I'm at.
Okay. Yeah. So
But
basically,
around bigger cities.
Sheetz and Wawa are basically the East Coast Quick Trip.
Huh.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Yes,
Michael Payton. So Michael Payton said, "Yeah, that place is legit." So this orchard I'm talking about, Joe Huber's, that's probably of everything in 2020 that this whole pandemic thing has caused. It broke our tradition of going to Joe Huber's farm this year. We do that every fall. We didn't get to go this year.
Oh wow. That's a shame.
Yeah, I mean, first world problem, I guess, but
I have some
we
similar.
look forward to.
I go to like Terhune Orchards over here in Princeton, and it's they have like an apple festival, and like they have all this shit, and you can do whatever with apples. They have a bunch of different candied apples. They have all this food and live music and everything like that, and they didn't have that this year because of COVID.
See, when you tell stories like that, your rich side is showing again, Johnny.
Well,
You go to Princeton.
it's just a town.
yeah.
You go to university.
I'm
You go to
kidding.
school. That's where the orchard is. It's an apple orchard.
What's a Buc-ee's? Look at what Billy said. We just got a Buc-ee's and a Quick Trip is coming. I don't know what a
Buc-ee's is what Texas calls a gas station, but it's more like a Walmart with fuel pumps. Buc-ee's is
You know what? I take that back. We're starting to get Casey's general stores around here.
Oh, from like Iowa. They started in Iowa. Yeah.
In Iowa, they had Casey's Come and Go.
They're supposed to do a really good pizza. People in Iowa love their pizza.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we got another gas station right next to the Casey's that they built here that's got way better pizza than Casey's. But, I mean, it's all homemade, like made from scratch stuff. So
yeah, but Buc-ee's is basically a gas station that has like 100 gas pumps outside, but it's got like a restaurant, like little stores. Like, it's huge.
Okay. Where are they out of? Is it deep south? I've never seen a
Texas.
Buc-ee's. Texas. Okay.
See, in Jersey, all we have is like Quick Check, Wawa. That's pretty much it. We have one. Oh God, what is it? Royal Farm.
Oh, we have Royal Farms out here.
Yeah, and it's actually walking distance to my house, Royal Farms.
Yeah,
with the chicken and the gas station and all that.
But that's Royal Farms is an East Coast thing because we don't have that in Arizona.
Look what just came out of the oven upstairs.
You rat bastard.
Oh man,
cookies.
Who's making?
Bobby said Casey's is Hunt's Pizza. Oh God, that's a burn. That Hunt Brothers pizza sucks. God, that's the worst pizza I've ever ate. Which I'm not a big pizza fan anyway. But
KG, you doing okay? You're looking a little tired.
Yeah, I'm a little tired. I was thinking of winding it down. I don't know how you guys do it.
There's a Hunt Brothers pizza in one of the stores over here.
Oh, we have Hunt Brothers here. Yeah.
Is it good?
Awful.
I don't know.
The one around here has always been awful.
I don't know if I've had it in many, many years. I'm not sure.
Is it Little Caesars bad or better?
Oh, it's way worse than that. Little Caesars is a freaking delicacy compared to Hunt Brothers down here anyway.
Dude, let me tell you my pizza story about Little Caesars, right? So we have Little Caesars around here. A couple of years ago, so 2018, I went on a mission trip to Guatemala, and they have Little Caesars. They have all the restaurants there, but it's people that work in those places different because that's like a good job there, right? Little Caesars pizza in Guatemala was some of the best pizza I ever had in my life. Really? It was incredible.
Wow.
You know what's funny though? I think most American restaurants aren't that good. When they're over in a different country, they're always better because they could do different things.
Yeah, they might make better ingredients. That's why.
Like the McDonald's in Japan is better than our McDonald's.
Here was the deal in Guatemala, right? Because Guatemala being a more of a, it's a poor country. So when people get a job at some place like McDonald's or Little Caesars, like when you walk in there, they're wearing suits and these nice clothes. The place is clean as crap because they really take pride in that job.
Wow. Everywhere should be like that.
I've always liked the taste of lunchroom.
We're almost done. Not going to bed soon.
And going to school. So like I like that French bread lunchroom pizza. So pizza place is okay. Like I haven't had a bad pizza. I've liked 7-Eleven pizza. You know what I mean? So like I don't know. When it comes to pizza, it's different.
Yeah.
But you're up there in like the pizza capital. Good pizza for us, I mean, you would probably throw it in the trash, honestly.
I don't know. I haven't had a good pizza. I really haven't.
I've come to learn that anywhere you go and they call it a pie instead of pizza, they're probably leaps and bounds ahead of what I'm used to.
How can you cheese?
Right.
How do you mess that up?
You would think.
What are they using? Distilled water for the?
Speaking of Hooters, Sleepy Mike, my favorite thing from Hooters is the buffalo shrimp. This fried shrimp with the buffalo sauce. So good.
I haven't been to a Hooters in over 20 years.
Really?
Because when I got to Fort Bragg, the night that I drove into Fort Bragg, we ate at Hooters that night, and I got sick, terribly, deathly sick, and I have not eaten at a Hooters since.
I can't do Simple Simon's sandwiches, the ham and cheese sandwiches. I was coming down with the flu or something, And I went and got one of them sandwiches, and later on that night, I ended up with the flu, throwing up, the whole 9 yards. And now the smell of them sandwiches, they have a certain smell to them. It makes me nauseous.
I want to start a restaurant, and all the waiters have really big butts and call it pooters.
Well, we have one here in Jersey. It's called Brick House, and it's kind of the same. It's kind of what you're saying. And,
we have Twin Peaks down here.
We're gonna be done.
So there's this idea. I had this idea years ago.
Oh yeah.
People laugh at me, but there's a certain group of men who like to get pedicures for their feet and take care of their feet, right? I'm like, there should be a place where the guys can go, but it's like set up like a sports bar, and then the people doing the pedicures are wearing like lingerie, and you can call it petties and teddies. So the guys can go hang out, get their feet done, but the girls are wearing like lingerie, so you don't feel weird, and then have a beer and stuff like that. Like that would be a legit place I would go to. But I never had the capital to create a petties and teddies, so
that would make it an amount of money.
Hey, look what Bobby Casey said. I wonder, has anybody ever heard of that place? It's called Mazio's.
Where?
Well, some people pronounce it Mazio's, but it's actually called Mazio's. It's a pizza place. It's weird. I didn't know. I always wondered if the one here in my town was the only one, but evidently not, because he said there was one in Guyman.
There was a taco shop in Arizona called the Pink Taco, and that didn't last long.
Huh. Pink Taco.
I think there's been a place called Porky's, Bobby.
I think we're going to wrap up. JG needs some sleep. He's been keeping some long hours lately.
Yeah, I'm pretty exhausted. So
I want to thank Ken, Mick, Jerry Lewis, Brett, who was in here. I want to thank all you guys for hanging with us tomorrow in the chat.
Nope.
Very much.
Thanks for having me, and I'm glad that love you guys. I'm glad you're back, Joe.
Thank you, Ken, very much.
I don't love any of you.
Me too.
Glad everything worked out.
We tolerate.
I was legitimately stressed.
But we don't want the doctor to take off because it's too big of an inconvenience. That stated, everyone have a good night. And we'll be back here next Wednesday, right before New Year's, which I hate.
Not everybody.
We'll see y'all later.
See y'all later.
Whatever. Have a good holiday, Christmas. See you next week and later.
Take it easy, guys.